have spoken, and they're saying they want more years of douchebags.
Whoa. Ay, I just hit boy with a fire. Hating me still wanna lie. Ay, grab a nigga by his tie. Ay, buddy was singing goodnight. Ay, get the product from the plug. Ay, she ride a nigga like a horse. Ay, busy just playing them games. How about a Bentley? Jump in a Porsche. Ay, riding up pushing the law. Ay, no, I'm not stuck in the trap. Ay, how would I get to the rap? How do I stickity stack? Pre the jiggly back. Return of the miggity mac. Ay, I like to jiggy in fact. Ay, moonwalk like Mike Jack. Diamonds looking like a new ice pack. Got work so a nigga gets nice. Rap, skirt off and I beat white back. Any new style I'm bleeding. See bad bones like credence. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding.
I'm gonna start the same way we started before, and I'm gonna miss the whole intro because they already done it, guys, and we're just glitching and lagging and stuff, but we're trying to sort things out. I'm gonna start with the first time when we started recording. I asked 3 things that the audience should know about you, and let's just get rolling with that.
I'd say the first thing is I was born in Germany and I came to London at the age of 5 in 2004. What else? Is it weird? Is it meant to be weird stuff or just like?
I mean, it can be either. You can say something weird. I mean, it doesn't. Don't say too much. That's gonna hurt you. But like, I don't know, something that makes you stand out as an artist, maybe.
I got some. I actually got inspired to start making music like properly after that Disney movie Let It Shine with the guy from Everybody Hates Chris. After watching that, I was like, yeah, I gotta start recording music, and this is the vibes.
I mean, that's actually
you don't remember that movie? That movie's a classic, mate.
I haven't watched the movie. I've heard of the movie.
Yeah, your Googles, mate.
You do your Googles, mate. I'll do that Google at the end. But like, I'm happy it's a positive aspiration rather getting it from somewhere else. Like, I mean, there are some negative connotations.
With rap, yeah, of course. Do I have to say the third thing because I want to expand on that even more?
No, expand on the thing you want to say. Don't worry, it's all good. We gotta move.
Yeah, it's like because like you grow up in an environment full of certain type of people and like images, and you feel like that's what you need to be when you grow up. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always the case. You know what I mean? So I may be from the hood, but I'm not a hood guy. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely not. You're not definitely not that.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys trying to make it seem like I'm sweet, but but it's a thing where like I couldn't necessarily even relate to it all the time because they'll be talking about the big money and the big cars. I'm thinking, bro, I'm like 11 years old. I ain't got no big money or cars from I'm going to school and all that. So when I came across, it was like in I was like 11 years old. It was like year 7 for me. Year 7 or 8. Some of my friends showed me this song called Yonkers by Tyler the Creator. I was thinking, what is this? And it was so weird. It's not even that I liked it straight away. It was just really weird. Like he was sitting in a room, he was eating a bug and he was rapping. I was thinking, this is weird, but I was intrigued. So I just delved into that. And then I found out Childish Gambino. And he was he just raps about going to the shop or something or heartbreak or something. I'm thinking, I guess man could get into this. This seems pretty cool. And then I just started. That's when I became like a hip hop fan. Before that, I just like I don't think I even listened to music. Like I just listened to whatever my sister listened to. And she was like really into bashment, R&B, grime, like all of that. And my mom and dad loved gospel, so I just used to like absorb everything they had. But I never really had a genre that I would listen to in my spare time because one, these kids don't understand the privilege. I didn't have a phone back then, so it was literally go home, watch TV. There was no time for music. I see these 7-year-olds with iPhones, man. It's crazy.
Oh, now it's like they got everything.
That was the second thing. Sorry to go on a tangent.
No, it's fine.
I'm trying to think of the third thing. I had a gap tooth when I was a kid. Yeah, that's the thing.
And let me jump back. Yeah, I remember when we were vibing to Childish Gambino, and I feel like you sort of led me onto that. I mean, I learned so much more about music when I was in the sort of art and graphics classes together.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just that techno guy that listened to like Tripolowski music and everyone else about it. And then that sort of changed, and now I love the hip hop scene. It's amazing. There's like some really good artists out there.
And
Um,
it's like it's diverse more, like
yeah,
it's more like different sounds and different takes. Like it's not just like a drum and hi-hats. It's like you could get synths in it, you could get pianos, and you could get guitars, inspiration from jazz, inspiration from country, and you just mesh it together and rap over it, or some people even sing over it, and it just sounds so sick.
but it's
And
that
yeah, the fact that
it's
more
you
people are getting into it is nice.
it's you using those lyrics in a way that's not harmful as well. I mean, you're just rapping to rap, but it doesn't have to be sort of criminal related. It doesn't have to be, money related. It's just as the skill rapping. It's just that's the beautiful part of it, making it sound beautiful to listen
Yeah,
to.
I mean, I ain't got nothing against no one doing any types of rap. You know what I mean? I
No,
feel
that's
like,
that's fine.
yeah. I feel like at the end of the day, it's just your form of expressing yourself. I was even watching a video about it today about just drill, incite violence,
Yeah.
and I saw both sides. I was like, like obviously to the mind, you'll feel like obviously that you listen to this, you're gonna react to it.
Mhm.
But then there's also the argument: does watching horror movies make you a serial killer? If playing GTA, a lot of people play GTA, they don't become serial killers. So why would the music do it? Why doesn't heavy metal incite violence anymore? And a lot of people listen to that nowadays. And it's just like crime has
I
been here
might
before
I might
drill.
point one point just because it comes from the real world that what they speak is usually what actually happened. But that's the only thing I could hold against it. But I mean, there's so much more negative connotations to what you said. I mean, the things you watch from horror to
I feel
game.
like
Keep going,
I
keep
feel
saying.
like it's more so like for example what the guy said. He said, yeah, it happens, but it's an exaggeration. Like we know this sells.
Yeah.
So we're not, it's not like I didn't kill 15 people that day. I may have seen them, I may have started a fight, but I did not. You know what I mean? Why would I incriminate myself like that? Because there's obviously a lot of cases where people play their songs at trials and stuff like that. So I'm assuming no one's gonna, you know what I mean, do it. So I feel like it's just like putting on a role. But hey,
Yeah, it's actually I think
that's
maybe
them, innit?
making it a bit more understandable for the audience that you're actually promoting, like, you have a skill in selling the lyrics to the person and
Yeah.
making them more interesting to listen to. So it's not taking them word for word. Maybe something could be literal.
You know, it's also crazy with me per se. I'll be writing all these lyrics and everything, thinking about the delivery, and I asked the missus. I said, "Oh, you like the song?" She said, "Yeah, yeah." I said, "Oh," I was joking. I was like, "What's your favorite line?" She said, "I don't know the lyrics. I just like it." And I think that's crazy. It's like people don't always like people come to the music for different reasons. They come because they like the beat. They come
Yeah.
because they like the lyrics, or they come just because they like the way I sound on the beat. They may not know one thing. I guarantee you, you don't know every lyric word for word for every Childish Gambino song. There's certain songs just like nah, 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 nah.
Nah, I probably
You know what
I
I'm saying?
it's ingrained though, like the tune itself and those subtle words, like certain words are just
Exactly.
ingrained.
Certain words stand out, but it's like those in betweens. You just
Yeah.
hear it because it sounds nice. It's not like you wanna write it down and say, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be great for me to sing along." But it's like, yeah, I like the way it sounds and all that. Like,
For
I got
me,
really gassed this morning for a
yeah.
Kendrick Lamar song. I was like, I played it back like it was 3 seconds. I played it
What
back like
new? Is
18
there a
times.
new
Like,
Kendrick Lamar song out now?
nah, I was just
It's
doing
an old
work.
one.
I was just
I
like,
always
I
listen
was
to
putting
Kendrick
my time.
Lamar. That's the thing. Like, what the other one?
He's the goat, man. It's crazy.
He's crazy. I mean, the other one. I think it's. I forgot the artist's name now, but Cold. I think it's Cold.
J.
Ah, no
Cole.
way. J Cole. There you go. J Cole and Kendrick Lamar. For me, it's like those are like top two hip hop artists for me. Like they're just killing it. And then the reason like listening to you is just like really nice. Like
I'm
you're
gonna put you on some more. I'm gonna put you on some more.
your voice, it's nice to listen to. Like the skill of learning to speak and say it well is really nice to listen to, especially with a good tune. But like knowing you and your background and sort of being coming up together sort of during school makes it seem just a bit more, inspirational because you can see where you can actually go. And it's like that connection. I feel like I can just, I see it in you. So it's like
Mm.
nice.
And another thing that I just did that weird
That's
face
fine.
for. I think I officially learned how to read and like properly write at the age of 10. Cause like when I came from Germany,
Yeah.
so that was like 10 years ago. That's like 11 years, 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
You're
Maths.
21, right?
11 years ago. Yeah. So do the maths, someone. I'm very not maths right now. I got high grades. No, I didn't. I got average grades, but I passed. I didn't fail. I never repeated the no subjects, but cool. Yeah. I came in and I just didn't. What like I had to skip a grade because the grading in Germany is different. So it's like you get here around maybe 5, 6. What 5-year-old or 6-year-old wants to learn how to read? So I was like, I want to watch TV. I'm trying to watch
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to learn how to read. You know what I mean? So it was just I was dodging it for years, and then my
Can
dad used
you
to force me to read dictionaries
can you
and all
speak
that.
German?
So a bit, man, a bit. I
But
understand it.
oh, you understand it. So that's good. I mean, at least that's left in you. Like fully fluently, you can understand it, or just like in tangents.
Hell no, I get the gist of any conversation. I probably
Oh, it'd be
like my
weird to.
friend. She's from
Oh,
Germany.
yeah,
I understand. Like, we converse
yeah,
normally. Like she be speaking German, I was speaking English. I'm not gonna lie, her English is A1. Like they take it seriously.
yeah.
Not like in school we have was it ML MFL. We don't remember. Do
I
you remember
can't even remember.
Spanish? Do you remember
Nah,
French?
bro,
You know
I
what I'm saying? Like
literally,
she has to learn English,
nah, I
which is
cheated
crazy.
through all of the languages, man. I mean, that's the
Bro,
question. Like,
can
did
you
you?
imagine they gave me a C?
Oh, bro,
They
that's
gave
an
me a C for
interesting
German.
story. I got a C for Spanish because this what happened. I cheated through like Google Translation and had like a Spanish friend that helped me out with like the coursework and everything. That pushed it to an A star, right? And I was like, calm, so that I can fail the test. Like basically, even during the testing in like the classroom, we were like putting like sign languages, like B, then E, and we were literally like doing everything like and literally we could have just done like 1 2 3 and those would be correlating to letters, but as kids I
Mm,
don't think we were as smart enough as we'd want to be.
that's how you're putting your
But
gang signs in the
I'm
class.
I'm lucky. I'm honestly lucky. I got through that. Like my mom, I remember getting the first U in Spanish, and oh my gosh, my mom
A
just like,
you blood clot.
bro, I couldn't for shit. I just didn't do anything in that class, and I wasn't putting any effort in that. The main concern was going to Mr. Oldall's class and then going to art,
Yeah,
and
like now if I could go back, I'd take languages way more seriously because like it's just like a cool thing to have
yeah.
underneath your belt. Like you're bilingual. Like it's yeah, and it annoys me. I could have been fluent in 3 languages,
Would we
but
see
now I just
you rapping in German in the future, or maybe a
I
glimpse of
pray.
German?
I pray. Yeah, for sure. I
I
said
mean,
one line. I said one word in German in one of like my old songs. One word. I
is it
said
on
Bund.
Spotify?
Yeah. I said
Okay.
Bund t-shirts hung around in my Zimmer and like my room in it.
Oh, so
That's my
Mangzimmer's the
Zimmer.
word? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Mine Zimmer. Like Zimmer's room and
Yeah.
mine.
Oh, so mine's
Yeah.
Zimmer.
That's
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
Like that's interesting because it puts a twist on words like even we don't understand. Then you need to like explain to us what it means and
And
like
it's
it gives
it's
more.
better because like you're not restricted to English. Like there's
Yeah.
only a certain amount of words. Like orange. Like that's the word that you cannot rhyme. But to be honest, it's just the way it depends on how you say it. Like if you say oranges, you can say
Yeah.
syringes, dual hinges, and all
Yeah.
that.
Look,
But
that's
like
what he's coming
there's
at.
probably you think gonna say there's probably a word in
Yeah.
Lithuanian that sound what I got taught Lithuanian in primary school. Fun fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
All I remember is type. That's it. Type.
Tape.
That's what that means thank you or something. Tape.
Tape. You
That's
wrote
all I
no.
remember.
Tape means yes. So yeah,
Yes,
basically
that
just
yeah. It
yes.
was one of the easy ones. It was the easiest ones.
Because it
Some girl
sounded
in my
like
class was from Lithuania. We had to learn it for everyone. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It was cool. It was cool.
Okay, and let's move in. So we're talking about music, and what's your relation to like artists and fast money, and do you think it's detrimental to their future?
What do you mean by that?
Because okay, let's not just like put it into music as a perspective. There's a lot of people pursuing fast money. What what do
Hmm.
you think the
No.
consequences will come back in the future? What are the consequences?
I, I mean, if we're being honest, being very realistic, in this day and age, it's tangible. It's pretty like it's not realistic for everyone to do, but it's
Yeah,
very tangible for you to release a song right now, sounding crazy, and you get a million streams. That turns into multiple businesses messaging you saying, "Oh, on your next song, could you say our name?" Da-da-da-da. Now you've got money coming in, and that was overnight, quick one. However, the reality of that no. However, the longevity of that is nothing. There's no longevity there
mm,
whatsoever, unless unless you're one of the lucky ones who actually has talent
yeah.
and you just happen to strike gold as soon as you drop something, and now you have a business or a career.
You
But like
can,
I see where in regards to music, it's evident if you don't have a passion for the music, it's evident in the music. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like you could tell if someone like I'm seeing a lot of influencers nowadays get into like beefs, and then as soon as they get into beef, they'll go to a music studio and record something. I think that is so
I mean, because
weird.
it
Is
makes
what
views. I mean, that was its hype
of course
itself.
they know that.
It's
They
making,
know that. They know it's
and
gonna make
but
views.
they're not. It's not like it's nice to listen. The kids listen to it for the drama. It's like a TV series for them, or like, and that's what just kicks it. I
Exactly.
remember myself watching all of Jake Paul's and Logan Paul's beef when I was a bit younger, and
Mm.
I don't know if I'm proud to even say that I watch them now, but like, but but you know that was me back then, and now I'd still listen to Impulsive from Logan Paul. Like he's changed a lot, and it's still interesting to watch the journey. Um, but
Yeah, and it's yeah, that's the true thing. Like even me, I saw a girl doing it, and she was in the studio, and majority of me was like, ah, this some bullshit. But then a part of me like, I wonder how it sounds though. So now I will go and listen to it, then I will give it a view, and
yeah,
it's like, ah, they won. You know what I mean? Because now I'm just one of the millions of people who fell into that again. Like, obviously, it's your life. You could record music if you want to, but it just gets to a point where it's a bit jarring and it's a bit cringy. You know what I mean? Like people
you
just
do you
clout
get paid?
chasing.
Do you get paid for your music now? Like
My
your
music,
streams, do you
bro.
get
I
paid
don't get no pay.
anything? Nothing.
You get shoelaces, you get shillings for these streams. Unless you start like there's this guy Odile. I know this guy's making money. Odile, shout out to Odile. Amazing vocalist, amazing singer, amazing singer. I think he recently got signed. And that's one of the great things as well. There's a guy called Simba and Odile, and I we follow each other on Twitter, and you just like on Twitter, it's just like a thing where everyone just posts music, and hopefully people latch onto it, and then they post it. Da. But like Odile and Simba were some of the few that made it through.
Yeah.
Like they are in the mainstream. Like he was, I think Odile has a song with Heady One and Nines. Simba just went
Okay, that's
gold.
good.
I think he just went gold on his song.
Okay,
And it's like crazy to see these people were amongst all of us and they're making it there. It's
but
crazy,
like,
yeah.
so okay, so one of my questions was, do you want to get signed by a label, and what are your relations or like thoughts to a label?
Um, I mean, it'd be great if I don't really need a label for much. I think like I feel like majority of my requests would come from promotion, just helping me reach
Mhm.
people and like maybe facilities like studios and accessibility to like engineers and such. But I mean, I feel like when you sign, it's like a real life job.
Yeah.
And if you don't sign to the right people, that could put you in debt because you'll see 3 million in your bank account, spend it and not realize you have to pay them back. Like they give you 3 million to work on something so you can make them
Oh.
money back.
Oh,
It's
so
not like
that's
three
how.
million become a yeah, it's not they don't give you 3 million to live your life. They don't say, all
No,
right, here's
because
three
we
million. Go live
we
your
don't
life.
we don't see the behind the scenes. We see these rappers come out and we see them with everything, right? So that money,
That's how like a lot of people like. I don't know if you listen to Russ. I don't really listen to Russ, but he's amazing. I recently got into him. He speaks a lot of knowledge, and I still think he's independent to this day. Like he does his own producing, mixing, vocals. He sings and raps. Like he's a competent singer and he's a
yeah,
competent rapper. He's pretty good at both. And it's just a thing where he's been screaming, "Do not do this because you end up in a hole. You end up in a trap." Like a lot of people go in debt because think of it like this: in America, that's where most of these deals are. Anyway,
mhm,
you get 3 million, a certain percentage goes to your manager, certain percentage goes to funding your project, certain
yeah,
percentage goes to security. Now you need to leave the area that you because you can't stay in the hood because there's people who want to kill
yeah,
you for that money. So
yeah,
now you have to move out. Now your mom's still there. You gotta bring your mom too, and it's just like a lot of now maybe you're left with maybe 10k, 10k for that whole year or something. And it's crazy. Like you think, oh, you had 3 million a couple of days ago, and I withered down to 10,000. I mean, that's still money, but just like
yeah,
so many people have to be paid off, and you have to make the. If you don't make the album, if you don't make the rates that they think you're predicted to get,
yeah.
that's a flop, and they've made a loss,
Okay,
and they
so
can
how
stop investing.
so in terms of streams and views, do you know any statistics on the earnings or like
I don't know
approx?
off the top of my head, but all I know is once you get like 100,000 streams, that's
Yeah,
when money starts to come in. But
like normal
the
livable money?
main money, um, no,
No,
the
so
main money
just
comes from shows.
okay.
Shows. That's where a lot of people make their real
Mhm.
money, because it's like a job. Say you work a 9 to 5, right?
Yeah,
But their 9 to 5 is maybe a couple shows in a day, but likelihood of that is pretty slim. Maybe they have like a show at night. Imagine they get paid 3,000 for that show. They got a show tomorrow. 3,000 for that show. Show the next day. three
what
thousand for
about
that show.
but what about live concerts? Like, wouldn't that like live
Oh
shows?
yeah, all these
Yeah,
yeah live shows. That's how they're getting
but
paid.
they
Because
make
imagine how much would you get on a normal job in one day?
like 60,
Maybe what
60,
60,
60,
40,
80
40 to
million.
60
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Now they get that. They get 1,000. They get 3,000.
Question:
You know what I mean?
Don't they host the whole concert? Like, don't they take the bigger cut from all the people?
No, I think it's more. I'm not too sure of all the particulars, but I know a couple events that were held in my uni,
Mhm,
and I saw like behind the scenes because of ACS.
yeah,
And then also you pay the artist to arrive. I think the money they get from the ticket sales percentage goes to the actual venue and a percentage goes to the artist. That's what
mhm.
from what I've seen, but I could be wrong. But I feel like that
So
would
you
make
wanna
sense.
you'd prefer to do a couple of these, spread the word.
Yeah, shows for
Yeah.
sure, but I've never done a show.
And how do you feel about
But
that?
yeah, shows nervous as hell, man. I
Nervous
don't
as
remember
hell.
my lyrics. I do not remember my lyrics, bro. I do not. That's my thing.
That's
Like
your
it's
fear.
terrible because like I write. It depends. I made my EP in 4 days.
What, like
Like
you
I worked
literally
on each
wrote
song.
everything, yeah?
I was just in the spirit. I heard the beat. I said I'm gonna write. Like I hear the beat,
Yeah.
start writing, finish writing, record it, mix it one day. Second
Okay,
day,
so
repeat it.
so
Third
what
day,
takes you the
etc.
longest to make? Because now you're doing, if we move into who you are, you're able to animate, design, create, you're creative, you produce, and you rap. Like, so you're doing basically everything, right?
Bro, thing here, I do not make beats. Don't anybody come
No
to me for
boots?
beats. I don't. No, I don't make no beats.
Okay,
I
so
purchase beats.
okay, okay. So what is the thing that takes you the longest out of all of them?
Out of all of that,
Yeah.
I think it all depends on how I'm feeling. And that's like I feel like this is the sad truth that artists don't want to tell like clients and shit
Mhm.
like that. Like if I'm not bothered, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not doing it. Like you may think I'm in my desk doing it
Yeah.
every day, but I'm not. I'm not. Like if
Okay,
there's a
so
beat being sent to me,
my
I'm not gonna write
opinion
to it if I don't feel it.
my opinion would be your
You know what I'm saying?
animations take the longest, but they take the most
Mhm.
effort from you as well.
That it that's once again it depends.
Seriously,
You know what I
like
mean?
because you
Because
got
like
a lot of frames, a lot of
I
frames.
yeah, of course, but I find ways to cheat, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So
Like
I'm
right
just
now,
like,
if I was to do this, I wouldn't really animate my face. I just animate the hands and my mouth. And that's cuts it in half. But a lot of people would
okay,
do every single, which is a lot. And I don't know why someone would put themselves through. I mean, it looks nice,
yeah,
but it's like even certain cartoons like The Simpsons, you don't redraw the entire head all the
no,
time. Just like maybe the hands and the blink and all that.
okay. So
But
you're
like,
getting smart with
yeah,
it, so that's good.
yeah. But it also then again, the music video I'm working on now, so far I've done 1 minute and 20 seconds,
Mhm.
and it's taken me 2 weeks. It's a
Did you
lot.
did you
I
hear that,
would
guys? Did you hear that, guys?
I would say, you know, you might be,
Ah.
but then again, there's certain songs like my boy Ash. He sent me a beat. I finished it in like 3 months later because I kept changing it and it just wasn't. Yeah,
Do you know the
yeah.
one that the one that really banged? You released the animation with I don't know, it was some Bonds guy. It was a person with a
Was it a
Bonds boy.
cartoon?
It was a cartoon and
Oh, the animation I did.
yeah, you did an animation with like some Bonds boy and like it was some mad actual animation which are like with the rap itself it banged like crazy.
I think it was the Charlie one. I think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one. I swear to you,
there you go, there you go, that's the
yeah,
one.
I did that in 3 days.
Okay, so
That's
that's
what I'm
decent.
saying. Like that was 1 minute 30. I did that in 3 days.
Okay, so let's get into then.
That's what I'm saying. It all depends on how I'm feeling. Like if I like the song a lot,
Mhm.
I'll bang out quick.
And okay, so if we go to commission work and work itself, you take work on a lot of work. What's your approach
Um,
to taking on
nah.
commissions?
Sometimes when I post, people just message me. They're like, "Oh shit, you're alive." Okay, let's get to work. I know there's a couple people right now just waiting for me to drop something again,
Yeah.
and just so they like say, "Oh shit, he's alive." Let me go DM him. Like I've got probably like 17 requests right now, but it's a thing where I don't necessarily want to do that because like
Yeah.
people see the animations and in their head they're thinking this guy is experienced as hell. Do my music video. I'm like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of winging it. Like that's why I prefer doing my shit
Yeah.
because I know what I like and I know how I do it. But if you
That makes
come to
sense.
me with a brief and you're saying, oh, I need him to say kangaroo jumping over the river at 2.5 seconds, I'm thinking, mate, I don't know where to begin. Like I'm kind of just I'm going with the flow and like yeah, like lip syncing is hard as fuck. People don't take that in consideration.
Well, with
It's
cartoons
really fucking
particularly.
hard. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I still haven't mastered that. I just kind of just like mouth it myself and then just
Oh,
redraw it.
okay. That
Like
makes
okay,
sense, yeah.
they're lying. I don't know this thing. But
Okay,
like
so
literal, you know what I mean?
so skill based, you're well, me personally and knowing your background from art and graphics, I feel like you're you have very well encompassed skills from them. University, coming into university now, and let's say, did it provide the skills you needed? But let's remember that you sort of provide the skills yourself because you're actually investing your time in it. But did they actually pick on anything that made you like, wow, this is exactly what I needed to know?
Yes and no, because I'll put it like this: like okay, in year 8, like from year 2, actually,
Mhm.
I was known as the guy who drew. Like everywhere I could say, yeah, this guy can draw. You're sick. You're da 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 da. Coming to St. Bones, oh, you're amazing. Da, 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 da. Year 9 now, GCSEs, you need to pick it up. You can't just be good. You need to do the work. I'm thinking,
Mhm.
oh shit. I'm thinking, oh, I need to do the work. I was just drawing for fun. And now they're saying I need you to do art study 2 by tomorrow. I'm thinking,
Oh,
yo, bro.
I remember
I'm
that.
thinking, bro, I'm not trying to do that. I said I don't want to do that. And then I said, you can't, I can't do it. I
Yeah.
choose not to do it, which is the bad thing. Like I needed to learn how to take on like in life, it's not a thing where you have a choice most of the time.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing commissions, they're asking you, they're paying you. And I think that's what it was molding me for. Like if 2 by tomorrow, okay, now that has molded you to by next week, I need my animated advert done. And you need to stick to that quota like that. So I come to uni now. I'm thinking, oh, I'm the bee's knees. I'm thinking, I'm nice. Like, I just came in, A's and that from A levels is minor. Come in and it's like a thing where you're in a class where, to be honest, I think everyone had their strengths. Like I was really good at like After Effects and Photoshops, and
Yeah.
barely anyone did any of that, which was weird to me. Because in
Yeah.
my head, I'm thinking, so
Bro, we
like the
did
teachers were
so
right.
much. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. They were right. They were right. Like you needed
Mm.
that, but their schools didn't have it, so they just came in learning how to do animation. They were just like either illustrators, fine art students, or animators.
Mhm.
And it's a thing where you can see where someone is from. And now the fine artists have been learned how to animate, so their animations are beautiful as hell.
Oh,
Like
I
they
can
can
imagine.
draw like no tomorrow, and now they know how to animate, and it's crazy. So the animators now look amateur compared to the fine artists, and it's just like I'm still figuring out where I fit in. Like, I lived on campus. I was living the life. I barely went lectures. Like me, everyone knows me. I'm a truant. I don't like class. And
Bro,
I
that's
can't.
exactly what I want to pick up on in school,
Yeah, man,
in
I
sixth
don't
form.
go class, bro.
It didn't make sense. You were how the hell did you get an A and then your grade gets pushed up to an A star when all I
I've
remember was this is Zeno. Zeno comes in bloody how who knows, 1 hour late, 2 hours late. He doesn't have the work done at all, like no work done. I'm coming in with like 3 double pages done and I'm like,
you
bro,
know,
I'm tripping. Like, how are you getting away with this?
you know what it is. I feel like with me is a thing where pressure makes a diamond. You know what I mean? Like if they said, like if my back was against the wall, they
Yeah,
said this is your final grade.
yeah.
Do the work. I would do it.
Yeah,
But if
but
it's a
you'd
thing where I
smash
know
through it. That's the
if
problem. That
if there's
la
elbow room, I wouldn't do it. Like
Yeah.
if there's room for me to wiggle, I won't do it. If my back is
Okay.
against the wall, I'll do it.
So what did
But
okay,
I'm
so
working on that. That's not a good characteristic to have.
obviously,
That's
but like it's a funny
terrible.
characteristic because it works with you, like you make do with it. But like
And that's the thing with clients as well. Sorry to them, because there was one client that it wasn't even my fault. He asked me to basically rotoscope the footage he gave me, which is literally every frame, and it was a 20-second video, so that took me months.
Mhm.
For every single frame, I had to draw it. That was like over 700 drawings.
So how
And there's
much
a
he
thing
pay
where you
you?
think, oh, you could
Can you say that? Because if
it's
you're
like
not
£80. £80? £80,
nah,
20 seconds
nah.
in.
Do you think that's worth it? Like
I mean, it was a thing where once with animation, I was still in. I can't remember if I think I just graduated.
Mhm.
I think I just need like little money on the side,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to charge 300, 400 for something I'm not like experienced
Yeah.
in. I was thinking, no, hey, no, I can't. You know what I mean? And so like, yeah, whatever. I mean, it's portfolio work, I guess. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, both on the side.
Okay,
So
so
like yeah, but there's other commissions and I do it and it would take they think animations will be done in a week. I'm thinking, bro, you have to
nah.
take into consideration is you and five other people. So when they get, oh, could you send it now? I'll send them a clip that, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, take your time, take your time. I think yeah. That's how the art teachers are. I
Yeah.
won't do the work when I give them some. Oh, you've done it again. All right, all right. I think yeah, man. Just let me do what I'm doing. I like working the way I like working in it.
I'm the opposite of
But
you.
yeah, I
Literally
guess
the opposite of you. I'm literally
it's not good. I'm trying to switch it. It's not good because it's like imagine how you'd feel as an artist if you ask for someone to do something for you. They're not telling you nothing. It's like a big surprise. You don't know how it's going, but when it comes, it's great. But you have no. You're just anxiety that whole period until you see it,
Nah,
which
you
is
see, if
terrible.
if I was doing work with you and I know who you are, I mean, I'd expect that. I mean, I don't know why, but like,
I
I
mean,
know.
if it's like a thing where multiple people are involved, I won't take the piss. Like that's when there's like if I know people are relying on me, I'm like okay, cool. Yeah, there's no, you know what I mean. If it's a group work type thing, I can't muck about. But if it's just me and them, I say, bro, because I'm literal with animation. When you see something being animated, like if you read the credits, it will say colorists, sketch artist, concept artist, rig, uh, inking, etc. And I'm thinking, bro, you people need to understand that's all me right now. There's no other
Yeah, you're
version, and
doing
I'm animating
everything.
off my iPad. I do it off my iPad and then just drag it in. I email myself every single frame and then I animate it, which
Wow.
is long as hell. But I mean, I'm complaining. I mean, it's permanently in my email, so I'll never lose it because my iPad crashed and all my stuff disappeared.
Yeah,
So
so if any of you guys are wondering what happened as well with our conversation previously, Zeno's uh charger broke in the middle of the night somehow. So we still don't know that miracle and how that happened.
yeah, I got a new one now. Yes, sir.
At
Yeah,
least it's
funny.
working. But like, okay, if we come back, let's say skill wise. So you're doing everything yourself. Do you want any more specific skills to learn? And what
Of
do you want to
course.
outsource? What do you want to outsource more of?
Um, I do. I remember I've always been a kid who loved like cartoons, movies. Wasn't much of a gaming kid. I'm not into game. I'm more. I only buy games because I like what it is. Like I bought the Spider-Man game because I like Marvel.
Oh,
I
that's
bought the
crazy.
Avengers game,
That
which
game's crazy.
don't nobody buy the Marvel game. That game, the thing Avengers game is trash.
Serious?
Um, yeah, terrible. I pre-ordered it as well. Terrible,
How
terrible
much you
game.
pay? How much?
I paid like £60 for that, and they all gave me like a metal cover, and it's terrible. I'm telling you, it's bad. It's not like the. It's pretty. It's all right. It's but it's like
It's nothing what you
it
imagined it
might
would
be
be.
improving. But yeah, so I'm seeing all of that. Yeah, yeah, trash. But yeah, I was seeing all of that, all those forms of medium, and I was thinking it would be sick to direct or act in something. So I would love, like, I directed one of my old music videos. Like, I had to look for location, the shots we were gonna like. My dream is to like have like a little. My like a dream would be to like do a psychological thriller or horror movie.
Mhm.
That'd be sick. I love acting as well. Love acting.
Oh,
I
so
love
so then
acting.
that makes no sense. How that's weird. Is it the audience that gets you scared of being on in a concert, or
Concert? What do you mean?
because you said you'd forget your lyrics and now you say you want to act. So it's like, how does those
Oh
two?
yeah, that's why I haven't done it. That's why I haven't done it because I won't. I don't learn lyrics. I don't learn because I haven't.
Yeah,
That's what
you
I'm saying.
haven't.
I'm good at improv. I'm really good at improv. I had a few people in uni that I used to hang around with,
Yeah.
and like they used to act, and we used to just do like a back and forth type of
Mhm.
situation. And I'll give it my all. Like it's not like, oh my gosh, she took my apple. It'd be like real, like
Yeah.
passion and emotion because I do this weird, quirky thing, which is really weird. It's probably a lot of people find it strange, but like if I'm watching a movie and it's like a really sad scene, I'll repeat every line, and I swear to you, I'll cry on the spot. Like I'll do it with the same passion. It's like I like imitating,
That's good though.
and
I
then just
mean,
use
that's
those that
amazing
skill set.
skill. No, that's very impressive.
Like it's weird. Like I don't do it in front of people. It's just like when it's me and
So
myself,
can you
I'm just
make
like,
yourself
because I'm
cry on the
thinking,
spot?
fam, Google Zino Vinci. The picture of me there is me crying because I was doing a photo shoot, and then she said, could you give some motion? I said, I could cry right now. She said, do that.
What?
I just had to look up for a few seconds, and yeah.
How?
So yeah.
Okay,
Just
okay.
just yeah, a combination of thinking about sad stuff and yeah, and looking about blinking, I guess.
Okay, let's say so you're let's conclude the university then, and do you think it was aiding to your career? University, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that you need to learn hands on. Like everyone says, there's like people say, oh, there's certain subjects you can learn by yourself. Of course, but there's like certain things you need like a hands-on approach and like some guidance, first-hand guidance. And I don't know no one who does animation at all. Like at all. Like at all. I can't think of one
What
person right
at
now
all,
that I
like
haven't
what
met.
independently that started everything themselves?
Yeah, I don't know no one. Like I don't know anyone who I could go to say I need this video animated. I know like my friends dabble in it, but they're not
Yeah.
like saying, "Oh, I am an animator." You know what I mean?
Okay, so
So yeah,
you're
it's just
you're
like
you don't you're as an animator yourself, you want to outsource from other animators because it makes work easier, but you can't find.
in life, yeah. I have like a brand too. and I
Yeah.
like designing my own things.
Mhm.
I intend to hire people in the future who are better than me,
Mhm.
because it becomes a thing where why would I want to my brand to downgrade because of my ego? I don't
Okay, that
want
makes
people
sense.
who are as good as me or worse than me. I want people who can bring more to what I have. Like, it's my idea.
Yeah.
I've got the idea, but if your idea is better, we could come together and make something. You know what I mean, if I know I can't do an anime style video, tell a lie. My boy Bronin from Village in the East, he animates as well, but he's still in uni. So when he bangs that, man, I'll give him the title. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like there's certain things that if he can animate better than me, I'm not gonna like. Obviously, it's a thing where I've got faith in myself. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I can learn how to do it. But it's a thing where if that's his bread and butter, let me just try put him on as well. Let me give him
Mhm.
a name in the
Yeah.
credits. You think what I'm saying? So I have no
But that's what's
problems with
nice
that.
about your character. You're not like what I love what you said is you don't have your ego, you've dropped it, which is really nice. And then
Yeah,
you're
you don't need
finding
that.
ways, you're trying to find ways to bring other people with you, which I feel like that's a very important part, which I might have missed earlier on because I was just doing work, 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 and realized that I should have tried to encompass the whole thing that with if we're in this together, like try and make the best of it as a group.
Like, yeah, for sure. And it's the thing where I don't know, you could vouch for this. When you messaged me for the interview, it took me like 20 seconds to say yes. Because I was
Oh,
thinking,
that
oh,
was
this is
mad.
dumb. I see he wants to do something. Because like, it's a thing where I saw you promoting it
Yeah.
and you were like, because you've been in a cave, you've been in the mountains
Oh,
for
no one
years. I was thinking,
knows.
oh, this guy's finally back. And
Bro,
he's doing something in it.
if
And I
if
said,
is to
I
give
have to support it because it's like a thing where I knew this kid from secondary.
mm,
I know. So yeah.
I mean, for to give some context for the people, I vanished literally after I finished I got my results from college. I literally vanished and went on self improvement. I tried dropping everything that I had. I started reading a lot, sort of finding mentors, educators, self-educating to move away from that bland sort of mindset and perspective. I moved away from graphic and media. I wanted to focus not selfishly just on myself, but in a way that focused on myself first to be able to help other people in the future. So what happens now is that I feel like I'm at a level where I can further improve my communications and talks with people, but in that same sense, give some information to people that's relative. They want to hear it because they're not hearing it. They're not asking the right questions, maybe, and we want to see those people that are doing things and give them an example of how they can approach life, and it's not the end of the world if you do it a specific way. um for me, that journey of self-isolation has put me in a place now where I'm just way more happier, and I had to do it. I couldn't see any other way. So that's that's
Mm.
that's me. So I
And
don't
it's a
know.
thing where it's people like I'm sure it was probably daunting. Like if you were to tell the past you're gonna take 3 years or 2 years out and just drop everything, you'll probably think, Jesus Christ, I can't do it.
But
But it's like at the end of the day, it was worth it.
it's like the thing is, like, I've dropped creative stuff. Like, I'm not doing art graphics anymore. The things that's left, that I've left skills that I've just ingrained in me. Like, if I need to create something, I literally just pick up a pencil pen and then I import. That's literally all I have to do. Like, my brain is constantly digesting ideas. But like, I'm gone. I'm in the forex industry. I'm nowhere involved with art. I don't want to, if unless it starts paying me well, and people respect my work, and I still can make a living from commissions, fine. But I don't like taking orders from people in a way that they give you a brief, and I just can't. I want to create in my perspective, not yours. You're giving me
Exactly.
these guidelines, and I'm like, bro, you're like my teacher, like Miss McVeigh and Miss Gilroy. Like, go away. Like, I just can't. So it's like, if you want us, like, artists, to do your work, okay, give us the freedom to interpret what you said and make it as good as we can. And if you don't like it, fine. But I'm still gonna post it because I think it's probably dope as fuck. Simple as that.
Exactly. That's where it gets technical and that's where
Yeah.
it gets techie because you're like you're in your head like if someone gave me a thing where they want to animate music video is the thing, right? In my opinion, for me personally, You give me the song, tell me one or two scenes you want, I'm doing the rest. Like I'm just going off what I think should
Yeah,
be there. Like if say you have a teddy bear you carry with you all the time, okay, I'll implement that. I'll do something. But it's not a
that's
thing
cool.
where,
Yeah.
oh, I want the unicorn to turn into a frog, and that symbolizes me being a beautiful guy. And that's me. That looks terrible. It looked terrible animated. It sounds
Ah,
stupid.
you reminded me of these memes where they're like saying Shakespeare was right and the door was blue, and they're like, what's the meaning behind that? And then he's literally, I just wrote the door was blue, mate. Like, just relax.
I said
It's
it must
like,
be so introspective, bro.
yeah. But I think like as an artist, as much as you're just creating, you're leaving subliminal messages behind anyway. Like it
For
you're
sure.
creating it for a reason, but like you're not doing it with intent. You just leave it because it's the skill you've learned and you know you need to incorporate them. So it's a weird
Mm.
sense of being. But like it's way more interesting to watch like your animation. I mean, there was a point where I was doing my artwork and designs, and I was enjoying it. You know, I was taking photos of people on the road and then importing and doing my style. It was fine, but the time to reward. I know in future wise it and time wise it come back to me and it probably make better returns. But I know I was sitting up till 4 in the morning doing everything and it wasn't just making it doesn't make any sense for me. So I'm looking for a job or sort of a career that would provide for freedom and choice,
Mm.
and leave that as a hobby then, because I'm gonna burn out. And I literally did. Like as soon as I finished college, I produced the best grades I could. I'm done. I don't have anything left of me, and I'm exhausted.
That's such a sad thing though, because I know a lot of people will go a different route. They'll burn out and say, "Fuck this! I'm never doing this again."
And
I'm
at
gonna
points I was like that. Honestly, I was
that
like that.
and if you stayed, there would have been such a like. It would be like so. It might bring up resentment. You'd be like, "I wasted
Oh yeah. Oh,
all these years for this, and now I don't want to do it." And I blame you for making me kill myself over
oh,
this.
but that is the worst mentality to have. You're supposed to flip it, it's a skill to have for the future. If someone
Yeah,
asks
no
you for
matter
it, it's
what.
it's something you can trade off. If I even had some design work, some logo design during the time of just trading and not pursuing, art stuff, I could just come back to it in a flick, but I enjoyed it. Like it was small things, but I enjoyed it. If it's like artist studies, like what they gave us and do like 4 double pages in 1 week,
Listen,
oh my god, that kills. Like it kills.
I don't get it. Like I'm not gonna I understand from a technical point why you would need to do it,
Yeah,
but it's just a thing where I like that's not even my style. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It's not like you'd have your style and they say, okay, we're gonna expand upon your thing. Like I think Ibrahim, I don't know if you remember him, he had the greatest story I've ever seen ever. He used to do that little line doodles. He wasn't really the best at like
mhm,
shading and all of that, but he started out with these line doodles and it gradually went on to him doing like these huge landscapes or like intricate graphical patterns, and he wouldn't have got there. That was like a perfect example of what you should do. You
yeah.
see him have the potential and then take it to where it needs to be, not like uh okay, just draw the Mona Lisa. Great. Okay, move on. All right, just draw
Oh, the
something from
worst.
Picasso. Go
It's
on.
it's 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 good learning the different styles. The approach of material allows you to create a response in your own style. But then again, you're making a response. You feel like it's a dope response, and they just don't like it. That for them, it's not appealing. And where's the understand? Okay, maybe it could like honestly, it could be shit. Like someone could look at it and we all would know in class that's terrible. Like you
But
rushed it, right?
it could sell. You didn't
Nah,
gotta say it.
nah, allow it.
A banana strapped to a wall with duct tape was sold for $2 million.
Okay, so what's the
Can you imagine?
okay, so what's the concept behind it?
I don't know, but someone
But
was
that
rich
banana
enough,
ain't rotten, bro. There's
bro. I
different
have no
banana.
idea. I have no idea. But that was also a topic on the TL on Twitter. Like there was this girl, bless her heart. The way she came across was a bit it didn't she didn't say it the way it would have been. She could have said it better, basically.
Yeah,
Like she posted a painting, oil painting that she made, beautiful piece, and then over a million retweets. And then a few months later, she came back to retweet it. She says, I'm glad everyone liked it, but I am disheartened that I got a million retweets and not one of my paintings have been sold." And it's a thing where, as an artist, I'm like, damn, I get it. Like everyone is showing you all this love, but not one person has bought anything. So it's basically all in vain. And now it became a debate where they saw the prices of it and don't fall back. One of her canvas pieces was $15,000. I mean, £15,000. And it becomes a question where she was saying, okay, you people may not see the value in it, but I know there's people selling for twice as much.
Yeah.
So why can't I? In this community, everyone's so small minded. You won't get anywhere with that mentality. And
I'm
then it
just
comes a thing
disappointed.
where it becomes a thing where you also have to be realistic. How many people in your vicinity
Could afford that.
has £15,000 to waste? Okay, not waste, to invest in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
painting. You dig what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah, I get where she's coming from, but yeah.
No, I'm
That's the thing where it's
disappointed that she
realistic.
let her ego overrule her, and she sort of went in attacking them because they didn't invest in her. Like that's
You,
up to them. You're doing that as an artist. You know that that's gonna
but
happen.
you can understand it could be very disheartening. If
Obviously,
every
but
Yeah,
you
I
need to
know
be
that's what I'm saying.
mature.
She could have said it better,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I understand. I understand where she's coming from because
She could
most
manifest.
definitely.
Maybe she could, like, I don't know, like manifest the idea, but communicate in a way that which she would hope that people would invest more in the artwork. But like in the way that she sounds like she's demanding, like, well, I need people to buy this.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm
why?
saying. It was a big divide. It was a big divide. A lot of creators were on her side because they knew what she was talking about, but a lot of people, consumers, were like, "We don't owe you anything.
Yeah.
Like, we
Okay,
like it.
but like
Great.
this is
We
a
don't.
good.
I don't need to buy it."
Well, I'm gonna segue into a very good thing because we're on about the art and stuff. We had a recent quote, well, not recent, like maybe a month ago. We had let me find it. Let me find it. We had it was that quote by this guy. 1 second. Okay, so Rishi Sunak and his comments, struggling musicians and other art workers should retrain and get a new job, and that was during COVID. Bro,
Oh yeah.
I don't know whether people overreacted, but in reality, that's what artists do. They work on and they have a side hustle and they work hard to make the money to maintain their side hustle. I feel like that's what people do.
I feel like it's a thing where once again delivery needs to be worked on, and it's a thing where you have to be considerate of who's listening,
Yeah.
because there could be like a kid from Canning Town, down and out. The only thing he has going for him is music. The only thing, and he's saying, "Forget it, get a real job," and he's thinking,
And I mean that could
"Okay."
have ruined it, to be honest, for many.
That's
That
what I'm
could have been
saying.
ruined.
A lot of people could have heard that. For yeah, you know what? He's right. And 2 weeks, if he didn't do it 2 weeks later, he would have been signed.
It's
You
just
dig what I'm
funny
saying?
because as a politician, you feel like they're educated enough to like create like speech that's more thoughtful and considerate. Like
I've
that's not the only thing. That's not the only
I've
thing
gotten
that
to a point where I know like a lot of politicians are very human. Like they're not
they're just
like
basic.
you grow up thinking, oh, these guys are obviously been trained
Yeah.
to command to do all of this, and you just realize these guys are just like any people that just got elected by a bunch of other
Yeah.
any people.
I'll
And
tell you a funny fact. At work, I was working as a waiter. I actually served Boris Johnson's dad, which was funny as fuck. Hey, to be fair, his voice is exactly the same, and the looks
yeah,
like
it's a
everything.
bit animated. Yeah, they just sound
They
like cartoon
recorded the
characters.
conversation, and I was like, I was just like, it's so funny, so cool though.
Oh,
I was
Will
like,
Smith's
I'm with a
hilarious.
star, I'm with a celebrity. I'm kidding, man. That was nonsense. Man. But it feels nice, you know, like because the place I work, you got a lot of serious people, and hopefully, I'll get these business people to come and share their stories and ideas with us,
Mm.
because it's extraordinary what they do at their age.
Going back on what you said, you know how like say you're doing that, yeah, you go in the mindset like hopefully da 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 da.
Yeah.
Imagine they will say no, we don't owe you anything. We will part of you not be like, damn, that's really disheartening.
But I mean, when you start, no one gives a damn. So the idea is that when you're growing as an individual, rather than detach yourself from your work, from everything else, attach yourself to your psychology, your mentality, and who you are, you cannot react like that. That's the thing. It's a must for yourself because you know it's not. It's gonna lead to negative results. Like There's no way out of it. Like, why do you need to attach yourself? So when everyone asks how do you stay positive, your reactions, like the whole perspective to positivity, it's the way you flip the sort of scene around. Because I don't think, but then again, Twitter's like this thing where, like, I could rant about this conversation for a while, but like, it's saying like they want that attention. She'll say that shit for a reason. It's not because she wants that attention. She knows you're gonna react in that way, and then it'll create that cascading effect. Like the same way you're saying about your lyrics. I feel like everything's done purposely, and Twitter itself, I feel like it's been said by a scientist, but it's literally fully crammed with like negative connotations, like people speaking negative and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like you need to go away. Jesus Christ.
Yo, that's funny. I'm waiting for my dad to do that one day. Come in and like.
That gave me a heart. But I feel like, what was I saying? I feel like you need to weed it out and see the positivity because there's a lot. Because I did an animation and I got a message from someone who represents Warner Brother to do like a little animation for them.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is
Oh my
big
God.
leagues and all that, but it fell through. I was like, but I always take everything with a grain of salt. So
Yeah.
I feel like, they don't need it right now. So just be here.
Yeah.
Don't anything happen to you. Just stay here.
Yeah.
I'll come back to you in due course. I'll just say, yeah, cool, it's whatever. I wasn't like, oh my gosh.
Would you
my
want to
God.
work for
I
a
was like,
big
yeah,
company? You want to direct and be in the film
yeah,
industry?
sure, why not? Yeah, I like, why not? I just feel like, why not?
It sounds
Like,
cool,
the thing where
interesting. Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
feel like everyone needs to, not everyone, but I just feel like it's if you're a renaissance type of person, just play to your strengths. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're a jack of all trades, why not? You dig what I'm saying?
I feel like you're
If
a
you're good
jack
at
of all
acting,
trades. I feel like you've
I
got that.
try, man. I try. I remember my dad said, you could be a jack of all trades, but don't be a master of none. And that really stuck in my
Oh,
head. I was
that's
like,
true because you need to be good at one thing, like particularly one thing. Like I feel like that's a skill you
nah,
need to.
yeah, I feel like he was just like, it's good that you're good at all of this,
Mhm.
but don't be 20% in art, 30% in music, 50% in acting. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what the chart says, be 100% in
Yeah.
everything. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and put your
Yeah.
all your effort in everything as long as
Yeah, don't
to do
just
it correctly.
don't just dabble and with your chest say, yeah, I'm an animator. What have you done? I made someone blink. I was saying,
Wow.
are you an animator then? Or you just dabble in it. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
okay, I'm interested. So your uni, I mean, it sounds like it's more positive than other people's results from uni. Oh, what was the most conflicting part of university then? Like, what made you
As a
like,
whole,
as a whole, like you came in, something happened, and you were like, no way, no way, no way, just like,
as a whole, yeah.
yeah, as a whole, or like something specifically that stood out to you, like that made you just like, no, I'm never gonna look at uni the same way.
When you get there, you realize that people are not from London, and that just really blows my mind. It'd be like the things people find entertaining, the thing they have value with, completely different. The way people move is completely different.
I was an
It's like,
elephant in class when I'm like, I'm from Canary Wharf. They're like, what? Where?
yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
what?
You're like this when you
Yeah,
go there. It's like you're really small compared to all these other places, and you'll be like a lot of clashing happens because
yeah,
it's completely culture clash. Because you may not be, you may all be from England, but
yeah,
you're not from London. You may be from London, but you're not from East London. You may be in East London, but you're not from Newham. You know what I'm saying? I just
yeah.
there's always a division, and there was a few incidents in uni. Just like, oh, you're weird.
But is it? Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean,
You know what
like
I'm saying? It's like, I
between
don't like that.
identity. But like,
Yeah.
but is it because we hold standards against each other? Like, you just,
I mean, I don't. I see everyone like the same. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
just like when I get there, like I'll see people from London and I can relate,
yeah,
and I'll see people from maybe Milton Keynes or sorry, I've never heard of these places in my life, and when I get there, no disrespect to no one from Milton
yeah,
Keynes, just off the top of my head, and just be like, you can't relate. It's just I try to, but it's just like they'll get happy over something. I'll be like, it's nothing. Like it's weird, and it just be like I won't go into detail, but just like I came across certain type of people that you only see in movies. Like you'll be like you know those mean girls, the ones that like to gossip and all. I
Yeah.
was thinking, this has only been in movies. Why is this your real life attitude? And it just
So
makes
they
sense.
actually do exist, like those
Yeah,
actual.
and it blew my mind. I was thinking, as far as I know, in people in
Yeah.
my circle who I've grown up with, it's just like this is a lot of effort to do. Like, why
Yeah.
are you putting so much thought and effort into being a weirdo?
But it feels like it's just a large stereotype. Like I don't even feel like it's a real character. And then if you see that in real life, it's like
That's what
weird.
I'm saying. I was shocked. I was like, that's crazy.
Was there?
Go on, go on.
Oh, it's weird. Let's say as in yourself, because you sort of like to slack off in certain areas and like you
Right,
don't
right,
go
right,
to
right,
not slack off
right.
in a sense you don't do the work,
No,
but
no,
like
we both know what it is.
we all know now, guys, what it is. But let's say you come into the class. I came into my class, bro. No one can do nothing. Like literally, their skills are slacking. I'm confused. Like you come
Did
in.
that give you like a bit of an ego or just like, oh, I'm
Oh
not
no,
ready?
I was just angry. I was fuming. I was like, bro, I invested my time, right? And now you're telling me. Now, this is the worst part. Let me tell you something. Remember typography and graphics, yeah?
Yeah,
Guess what we came back to? The first bloody day, mate.
you did typography.
Typography. Well, why am I learning typography again? What
What
is
is it?
this?
InDesign and all of that.
Bro, they're doing tutorials on Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. I'm like, no, I
That's what
can't.
I'm saying,
I'm
and
not doing this.
it's crazy because like it's a good and bad thing because coming from our area, we're
Yeah,
like deprived. Like
yeah,
Newham is poor as hell. St. Bond's is poor as hell, and good thing they have what they had going because they're coming from a mindset. Okay, we may not have the best facilities, but we're gonna teach you as much as we can, and
even
they
that
will
I didn't
teach.
feel. I didn't feel that.
That's what I'm
It's
saying. I
weird.
didn't feel it, but looking back at it when I went to uni, I'm like, none of you have learned this. I'm thinking, that's
And
crazy.
I'm
We
still,
learned this
and
in
I'm,
year nine.
I, if you're saying this, and I'm still unhappy that there's little business integration in graphics and art. Like, if
Hmm.
they literally just went, forget your grades and let's go to client building, bro, the results in
Word.
grades would have been
It'd
way
be
better.
crazy because, like, why? I don't like the fact we don't learn real life things
Mm.
in school. Like, why don't you learn how to do taxes or how to manage your money?
Oh,
I'm
that's
thinking, bro,
gonna
why do I?
be.
I don't need Pythagoras. I don't need that.
Oh
Like,
no,
there's a
we
lot
don't.
of kids. Like, we didn't even have how to drive in school. Like Americans do. Why don't we do? That's literally common sense. Like, I don't know, maybe partnership with the school or something. But yeah, that was a good and bad thing because you'll go to a poor school, they'll teach you the best they can. You're required in the hopes of getting to a really good uni.
Yeah,
And if you don't make it to the top unis, you're gonna have to probably waste a whole year or a whole semester redoing the same thing you've been doing in sixth form
yeah.
with people who don't know how to do it.
Oh,
You
but
may
that's the
be
whole
ahead of them.
first year. That's the whole
That's what I'm
first
saying.
year,
You may be
basically.
ahead of them. You have to wait. Like there
But
was a point in
why wait?
class.
In a sense, it's no disrespect to them. Why wait? Because it's your life. You're trying to solve your life out, right? Why am I gonna risk a whole year of wasting time and just slack? Like it doesn't make sense because you're trying to accentuate your skills in the society and build up on that, and now they're pulling you back down. And the worst part was you come into these lectures and bro, you draw some stupid diagram, right? Like literally like lines, and the lines represent your charisma, something else. Like the lines draw a star, let's say. And bro, and then they say stand up and talk about it. What am I gonna talk about? If I don't have if I don't have passion behind it, why would I talk about it? I swear I left classes. Like when they told me to I left, I was like, nah, I'm done. And
You know
everything
what?
just stacked up.
You're very passionate about whatever you do, and that's a great thing.
It's
Like,
great, but it's powerful if I don't have the mentality
yeah,
behind it. It's
yeah.
dangerous because it's
You
ego. Ego just keeps going then.
you know one thing I like about myself, even though I bunk classes, I'd always have an excuse, which led up to me being very good at talking. I'm amazing at presenting. I'll tell you that. I will not learn. I don't need to necessarily learn every like I don't like reading from a
Mhm.
board. I don't like reading out
Yeah.
loud. I think it's forced. Like if I have lyrics, you don't go to a play and people are reading it from the thing.
No,
It's
no.
just not natural. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So I'll learn like two, three things on the slide, and I'll just go off. I'll go off. I go on
So
for 20
you're
minutes.
good. You're good at improvisation, waffling, and just
Improv,
going off.
yes,
Yeah.
waffling, exactly. I know
I'm
how to
I'm not
waffle.
that. If you want me to speak in a way like I'm speaking with you now, I need to be involved in that scene. I need to understand the topics. I need to know it. I cannot just come up and literally talk about a piece of paper which I have no attachment to whatsoever and give you
Do,
like
do
a
you
best
think?
presentation.
Do you think you'd be a good actor?
No, no, I'm scared. I'm scared. The same way you're saying, I cannot, bro. From modeling, I just don't like the camera. Like, okay, we're doing a podcast now. We're breaking through. We're breaking the barriers down slowly. But
Right.
comparing it to me speaking to an audience, nah, bro, I just can't. Especially acting, I just can't. It's not a hobby, nor do I ever do it. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm just too scared for that. Maybe public speaking, but oh, that's a stretch
That's
too.
another
Like
ballpark.
that's
You know
another
what I heard
hard
the
one.
worst thing is stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's a thing that's very subjective. Like I could try say a joke now,
Mhm.
you will not laugh, and I'll look like an idiot on stage. You have to try it and not only remember your whole set, but you have to make people laugh as well.
Did you
And in
listen
front of a
to
huge audience.
Kevin Hart's release? Zero fucks given. He
The
released a
new
new
one,
Netflix. Yeah, on
I
Netflix.
heard it was terrible. I
For
heard it was
real.
terrible.
Hey, if
That's
you
what I
are
heard.
saying that that's what the reviews were, it wasn't impressive, but it was just nice to hear something. Like that's what I'm
I'm,
trying to say.
I mean, I'm more with Kevin Hart. No disrespect. I don't know if he will ever come across this video. Hopefully he doesn't per se. But it's a thing where early Kevin Hart was funny as hell. I
Yeah.
died. It's amazing. The richer he got, the less connected he was from that guy,
Okay.
which is good and bad at the same time. You don't have that. I don't care about your rich people problems as a
Yeah.
joke. I might do if you made it funnier. Like Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle's pretty rich. He's hilarious to me. He's
Yeah. Dave
funny as
Chappelle
hell.
is hilarious as crap
And
too.
he's real as well. He has I'll get onto this. But yeah, Kevin Hart just gets I don't think he's going to he's never seen this type of money before, and I
Mhm.
don't think he has the material for it.
Mhm.
I prefer broke Kevin Hart
But
for
if you
comedy
jump to
reasons.
jump into Dave Chappelle, you got Dave Chappelle who was on Joe Rogan. I don't know whether he was high on that conversation, but he's funny as hell, man.
He's hilarious, and he seems very serious about everything he says. Like he seems dead serious about everything. He means everything. He speaks with purpose, and it just happens to be hilarious. And he's got a lot of like big opinions, and not everyone will digest that well. But he's one of the few comedians that can actually make it tasteful. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? Like people just say random jokes, offensive jokes, and it's just like he was just waiting. Like I remember when Triple X died, some lady just she said something really weird. She just said, "Oh, that's how he was when he's burning in hell." I think
What?
that wasn't even. It wasn't even funny. It was just like you waited just to say that.
Yeah. No,
Like it
there's
was
this.
weird.
Honestly, do you think? Okay, so let's jump in because I missed that whole point. In your class, you come into your class first year of uni. What's it feel like? What's the opinion on people? Where do you feel? Do you feel you're ahead,
All right. Okay.
behind?
Cool.
Do you want to vibe here? That's the question.
Um, I go into my class, a bunch of white girls. That's it. I go
Bunch
in
of
a
white.
one second. I think I must be in the wrong class. And then I sit down now and I become like the guy from London. Like that's what it was. The guy from London. They
Serious?
said, "Oh, it's a bit dangerous down there, isn't it?" I'm like,
Wow.
I mean, I
Wow.
guess. And it was pretty bad when I went because when I went, someone got shot around the corner from here, and then 2 weeks later, someone else got
We
killed
had
around the
shootings
corner.
outside our yard as well. We got
It's
people running around.
crazy. And
But
then they're hearing that, and then they see you, and they're like, "You
and
have
they
any
don't,
connection there?" I'm thinking, nah, I'm thinking,
bro.
I'm just. But it's a thing where I don't know if they're scared to address it, but like I'll just say something because like you with my art, it just reflects who I
Yeah.
am. Because
Mhm.
like I don't really see a lot of like black characters around in media like that. Like a lot of
Mhm.
that when I read new comics and the new characters made, it's always like a white guy. I think it's
That's
rare
true.
because a lot of the times when like roles are switched, like
Mhm.
when the races are switched, a lot of people get angry. At first, I'm like, ah, no, take that. You're gonna, yeah, I don't care.
What
But that's
about
my point.
okay? This is a
I'm,
good one. You got James Bond. You got the next James Bond's gonna come out with
yeah,
the different
I'm.
actor.
I don't think me personally. I don't think James Bond should change. I mean, just like leave it alone.
They were
But
doing
like
well. That's the thing.
007, the
Yeah,
title, I don't care who like that's a
yeah,
title. Like you
yeah.
can play off that. I think they're gonna do that. Like this is the new 007 and he's not happy with it or something. Like I don't know. But it's just a thing where I'd prefer if they made newer characters, brand new characters
Mhm.
who are of color. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like sometimes it works perfectly. Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson, amazing, amazing, amazing. There's
I
no,
mean,
but there's certain situations where people
yeah,
are just outright racist, and it's crazy to see because like there'll be a character like there was this new Titan show. I don't know if you've seen it, but like there was a black girl cast as Starfire who was an orange character, right, in the comic
yeah.
books,
Oh, wait. Yeah. I know what you're on about. I was watching
right?
it. It's made by DC, and
Yeah,
she had like
pretty
pink
good
hair,
show.
like neon
Yeah,
pink
yeah,
hair.
yeah. In the comic
Okay.
book, she's orange, right?
Yeah, and then
A bunch of these guys are like, the fuck are they doing with a black girl here? I'm thinking, okay, I was thinking, let me be a bit. Let me not attack. Let me just see. Maybe they talk about the fact that she's not orange. They said no,
okay.
we need if anything, get a white girl. And I'm
No, but
thinking, I I was thinking that's the. You know what? I was even thinking, let me give them a benefit of doubt or something. But then there's another character on the show who's meant to be green, but
oh
he's
yeah.
no one says anything about him. I'm thinking, why
But this is
the
like,
hell would you now
don't.
attack her and not say nothing about him? He's meant to be green. She's meant to be orange, but
But
it's
this
only
is,
her that
I like, because this is such a difficult, like, this comes from your upbringing. This comes from the educational system. This comes from whatever you see first and wherever you're taught. That's you. And then you're challenging your thoughts and you're challenging your viewpoints. I just hope at one day it comes out. Why aren't we just one country? Like,
Mm,
honestly, why don't we forget about everything? Drop the stereotypes. Just drop it. What's the need for them? Like,
mm.
okay, they give more interpretations and meaning, but they create conflict and chaos. That at most, that's all we're seeing. And I just feel like there's a lot of uneducated people. Like, they're saying stuff like that because that's where they come from, and it's so normal for them. And then, like you're saying, you're
Yeah,
in uni, and they don't. They're like, "What? First London, and he's dangerous and stuff." That's exactly how it feels.
and
Probably.
going back to the main point. So now, like I would reflect that. So a lot of my pieces would be like
Mhm.
about a black boy who
Yeah.
did it because I'm a black boy. You dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they'll be like, "Great, that was beautiful." I'm thinking, I said, "Yeah, nothing bad to say about that." I'm thinking there's at least tweaks I could have done. Said, "No, that was
But
like
like
beautiful."
there's no reason for you to put a white guy or anyone. You do you. You're the artist. You
Exactly.
designing.
Like
Why do you?
I have no problem putting anyone, but I just feel like this is natural to me. And that's another thing with like the new characters, the who they are, the thing who relates to who. And I'm thinking this is what I would relate to as a kid. But I don't know. I just feel like it's a thing where just get more creative people, different types of people in a certain industry to create that change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not. I'm not saying it's anyone's job. Like, I don't want to bend anyone's hand to like you have to. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone got free will. You dig what I'm saying?
But I think people just want to
Personally,
pick
I'll
on
just
stuff. Like, they have nothing to do. Like, they
yeah.
just
It's
looking for problems.
yeah. I don't know what they gain from it, from all that negativity. I mean, it's a show, bro. That's what someone said, bro. It's a show. Like,
It's a, and
please, it's a
they
show.
take it to they fuse them. See, they live off drama, I believe, or they it's so integrated
That's
in their
why I've stopped.
lifestyle.
I've stopped interacting. I've stopped interacting, and I used to hear people say that a lot. I was thinking, how can you stop, man? It's right there. I'm gonna attack it. I'm thinking, it's draining as hell. Like, it's so draining. That's like, have you ever realized you can post a picture of your baby or something, 5,000 likes, 20 comments. This baby's ugly as hell. This baby's why is this baby upside down? Da, 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 da. But you have 1,000 likes, but those
Yeah.
25 comments will piss you off for your whole day. And I think that's why a lot of people don't read the comments because like no matter if it's good, I can see the likes. Like 1,000 people said, yeah, this
Yeah.
is nice. Why do I care about the 25?
But it's
Like what?
how do you turn off that emotional response from seeing those comments? That's what
What
interests
from
me.
the people who
Yeah.
what
Yeah, so
reading it and
then
then not reacting?
yeah, how not reacting? Like, why does it have to affect you? That's the question I'm asking. Why
I
does it
feel
have
like it's a thing where if someone was on the road now and said, "Oh, your mom got nice tits," I'm sure you would react.
most like no, but I'd
Do
be
you know what I'm
fucking
saying?
I'd be confused. I'd be so
But you would
confused.
react. I feel like that's just human. I don't. I feel like it's a natural thing, to be honest. Of course, it comes down to a thing with how you react. Like I'd expect you to punch the guy and anything.
In your view.
I
No,
wouldn't expect
if
you.
the
I wouldn't expect you to kill him. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't expect you to physically murder this human being. You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to it. You can be angry. You can feel some type of way, but just the bigger picture at the end of the
for
day.
me it's more like if I was to do like there is say whatever you want. I don't care. Like that's fine. That's you. I can like sort of as soon as you touch, as soon as you do something like oh you're fucked.
You know what's
That's the part.
crazy? My mom has that mentality, and I can't get it through my head. She said, "You know what? Say whatever you want. I'll say thank you right back." I was thinking,
Oh yeah.
"How?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Turn
can't do
the
that.
and it's funny like
I'm like my dad. I can't do that. I can't do that.
I
It doesn't.
hate I hate that comment, Mr. Connell. I can't remember science teacher from. I remember it was in line. I pushed in and someone pushed me, and then I pushed them back, and he said, "Next time, turn your other cheek to him." And I was like, I was just like, what? But then in some situations, it makes a lot of sense. But as you mature, you don't have the option of like, bro, you said something, I'm flipping on you. Like I don't.
Yeah,
I
of course. Yeah,
it's
there's not like that. Me personally, there's not a lot to get me
yeah
angry.
yeah
But there's not a lot, but there's little things that 0 to 100. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
There are
But
stuff like that. That 100%.
yeah, there's like everyone has that thing that 0 to 100, but it's just like those little gray pieces right there, those gray areas. You could turn the cheek. Like if someone steps on my shoe in a club, brand new shoes, you'll feel angry, but well, I'm gonna kill you. I'm just
No,
gonna go and clean
just
it.
carrying on dancing. I
But I
feel
know a
like
lot of people. I
yeah.
know a lot of people would react because
Okay,
you're in
so
the club with your boys. Girls are looking. You're
yeah.
feeling. I headbutted a guy in the club. Yeah,
You're funny. You
that's
went from that
that's
to that. That was mad.
that's crazy. That's the thing because I was in a club dancing, and you know when you're in the middle, everyone's
Yeah.
looking at you. I didn't have a haircut. The guy took off my hat. This guy was one Russian guy. I took a risk because I don't know what he had with him. This a Russian guy. He took off my hat and I headbutt because my jacket was kind of tight with the right, and I was holding something with my left. So I
Yeah.
headbutted him, and he was like, "Oh!" And then all the girls were like, "Oh my God, relax." And I just like that, I came back like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, I did not mean that. I was, like, I don't, I just turned like my eyes are red.
How often do
I
you
just
go
red.
clubbing then? How often? Like, okay, so you're not
I'm old now. I don't be
no,
going clubbing no more. I'm old.
because
I'm old.
I don't. Literally, I only went to the club in Lithuania like a couple times, like to see what it's like. I've never been to an English club. I've
I
only
feel
been
like
to
if you go with like your boys, go to like a nice open place like like I feel like it's a lot better when it's like a more diverse crowd. Like you'll go there, you'll see geezers, you'll see hoodlums, you see 45-year-old moms all in a place where they just want to have fun. And
yeah.
yeah, those are pretty like cool environments. Like it's obviously like someone tweeted this the other day. Girls don't understand that being a boyfriend is really dangerous because you have to act like you're not scared of anything.
That's
And I
true.
was thinking that's crazy because like
A
you'll be
bit.
in a club and like say someone grabs your girl, you see 50 of them, you have to fight because it's a thing where the testosterone is already high, you're already in a aggressive mood, you're jumping about,
Yeah.
and it's just like once again when I headbutt the guy, I didn't think in my head headbutt him, but I was like that was the response, and now you've done it. Now you have 15 guys beating you up, and it's a thing where I don't know. The club is wild, man. I don't know. I don't. That environment's a bit
There's
too
a lot of
a
that
lot of
you go to the club with an
emotions and all that.
intention, but I found a different way to relax. I just don't want to go in there. But I'm
You,
gonna we're gonna
what
segue.
what's your intention of going to the club? What do you think?
There was a moment like having a girlfriend now is fine. You're literally you're fine. You're in a position where you're comfortable. You're building the relationship. You're growing. At that point, literally, me and my friend would just walk up and down in Lithuania, like the high street. It's just literally one long road, and you just walk up and down, walk around. You might sit down, have some tea, coffee, like eat, and we just dress as nice as we could, and we just walk around, and
Oh.
hopefully, like, we'd find a girl or something, and but like, but but our intentions, like, when I went to the club, like, my friend didn't like dancing, and I used to just like dance, but I don't. It was my first time. Like, the only time I actually went to the club was when I literally was just allowed to go, and then that's it. And my experiences was like, bro, I get. Oh, okay, that's a good way. If I come into a club and I'm a nice guy and I'm technically quite easily approachable, and my reactions would be quite optimistic, let's say. I come into a club and you're in Lithuania, yeah. All you see is turtlenecks, yeah, and you see these guys puffing their chest, and I'm like, who are these waste man? They don't even work out, and I'm like, I swear I'm gonna pattern them bare soon. And this is the guy from East London kicks in, and I'm like, bro, no, that's it, stand my ground. And I'm not there to dance to mingle. I'm just watching my back and my friend's back. That's literally what's happening, and it feels like
Exactly, and
that's all I have. But that's exactly what happens to me. Like I just become, I'm just like I'm in
I get
fight.
that. Like me personally, like I don't drink,
Oh
and
no,
that's for
same.
like three reasons. My dad said it's not good for the family. He said like there's a lot of
Yeah.
alcoholics and all that. It's
Okay.
not good. It's not good.
Okay.
I said cool. Second of all, it doesn't really work. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I have an iron liver. That doesn't phase me at all.
Same.
And three, I don't know if it's anxiety or just like my social battery gets down real quick, and then when it comes down, I get a bit paranoid, and I'm just looking over like this guy could try and attack
Oh
me
yeah,
too.
yeah. That's what happens. But like, even if they're not drinking, look. I got robbed a couple times in East London while being at St. Bond's, right? And literally outside my house, right? I cannot not go anywhere and not look around myself. I cannot not work out. I cannot not be physically well built. I just cannot. Like I have to be able to be in I need to get into defensive mode when I need to. So when you come
Mm.
into a club, oh bro, I just have these connotations from what I know has happened. I can't just drop them. I'm looking out and everyone's so close, you know.
When you got robbed, yeah, what was it? What was the situation? If you don't
Okay,
mind me
so let me
asking.
give you okay, so the first time I got robbed, so we're just literally we're playing football in the park where is Memorial Park, Ark in the Park, right next to my house. And we're going home, but we saw like bare guys. I was like, I don't know, maybe like 12, 11, I don't know. And we're walking, we're going home, we're gonna play some Black Ops 2 zombies or Black Ops 1 zombies, whatever one was there. And it was just like a big bunch of like guys, like tracksuit dons. And I was like telling this guy, let's not go there. And then the guy, my friend, we used to go judo together, and he was a bit older, and he said, nah, they're not gonna do nothing. Let's just walk by. Okay, I was a bit anxious. I walked by and I thought it's calm. I got to the door and there's like 8, 12 behind me, all on bikes. They took my phone, which was like a Nokia back then, and then my friend's watch. And then I'm like, and they didn't even take the football. Like I was confused. Like
You know
that's
what's crazy? I don't know now because obviously I ain't in school, but I feel like the whole robbing thing has gone down.
yeah.
But I ain't never been robbed in my
But
life.
what's they're man, they can't when you get older, they don't rob. The other situation was I was with Venus, and if anyone knows him, we literally were playing basketball next to Greenway down the hill. Um, I had my back. I locked up on the fence. You saw some guys interested in it, but they can't get out after locking it. It's fine. We're leaving, and he said, "Can you drop me off?" So I was basically riding him on the front. We had to cross the street into Greenway, and Greenway back then was pitch black. Now it's like there's lights, there's a nice road to it,
Mm.
everything. What happens? Two guys literally follow us into Greenway. We're like 13, they're like 18, 19. One stands at the front, one stands at the back. He says the guy at the front had a shank to my tire. I don't even know. I'm just saying, allow it. That's all I could say at that moment. Literally, I didn't know what else
Mm.
to say. And then I'm just like, I'm pissed. I knew this was gonna happen. I always sense when someone's gonna follow me. I always sense it, but why don't they listen to me? I said, no, go. go home yourself. I need to go home. You know what I mean?
Do you
Like
think
I,
that played into you like doing calisthenics and
well, bonds was
the
harsh. You get bullied.
stuff
Bonds,
there?
bond. Don't tell me, but you have to stand for yourself in bonds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But of course, I feel like I was talking to my friends about this, right? Because like I was cool with everyone. I was cool, like
Yeah.
guys there and the guys below, right? And I was talking. I'd laughed at everything. I just find a lot of things
Mhm.
funny, right?
Yeah.
And then one of my boys said, you were laughing, but there was people getting laughed at, and that
Oh, that
really blew my mind. And I
bro,
was
that's the thing. I wasn't you. Like I had to make myself cool. Like I had to be respected because they knew who I was. Like that's how it went. But for you, like you're a cool guy. Like I met
mm,
you first time. I just could mingle. Like I could mingle with anyone, but like there's certain people I just knew I don't want to be around because they just do certain things
people
that
didn't give
just
you the opportunity. Is it a thing where they didn't give you the opportunity, or you just didn't want to be around them?
oh I just didn't want to be around them. I just sense people. I sense people to this day where I just don't
Mm,
want to be around. Like maybe it's been quite judgmental. I want to get to know you. I'll listen you out, but I need to know you very well to let that wall pass. And in a
yeah,
sense, it's not that they're not giving me opportunity. Like you just got this alpha dominance and same bonds. Like they're boys, everyone's boys. Like what is this we're picking on people? Like I don't know what it is, but like
I, you know what's crazy? Like I was talking to my boys, and they were the guys who got picked on.
yeah,
And they're just like naming off these guys. Say, yeah, this guy made my life hell, man. I hated it. Like he doesn't want to do anything with Buns. Has nothing to do. He doesn't care about it. And me, I'm coming out. I'm thinking, yeah, Buns till the day I die, man. That
nah.
was my heart. And I know it blows my mind. There's a lot of people who say I don't want to think about that. I don't want to live those years ever again. And I'm
If
thinking, damn.
I don't know how to say this. If we ever get successful, and we will, right?
Mm,
This is what happens. If they say that, oh, we made you, oh, I'm slapping them. I can't deal with that. Like you didn't make me. Like I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying Buns.
Yeah, yeah, you're not doing this. You're not doing that. Like I hate when schools do that. Like I
Do
don't
you?
hear.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question for you.
Okay.
What if they say this without us, without St. Bonds, you
Yeah.
wouldn't have wanted to become the guy who wasn't scared all the time, the guy who could fight back, the guy who's the man he is today. What would you say back to that?
Well, there's truth in it, but I just don't wanna. The thing is, like, it's not the teachers themselves who made it. The environment built us. The environment built
Right.
us to who we are. So I'm not giving credit to the head teacher for making me. What is this? So I made you. I'm the head teacher, and everyone, whoever comes out to be successful, I'm the one who made you. In a sense,
Nah.
like no, you're not. Your school didn't make me. The environment made me, and you're not
Mm.
responsible as a teacher or as an individual. You're not responsible, nor can you hold yourself applicable to that sort of. Why are you trying to make something a trophy, like when it's not needed to be a trophy? Like what is
Is
it?
there anything that you regret, like you wish you would have done in school that you didn't?
Oh, I'd be childish. Like, if I'd be like the first thing that came to mind was like knocking someone out. But then I'm thinking, why is that such a childish thought in my head? Like, honestly, if I did that, you'd have respect like throughout the whole school, right? But then again, honestly, the only thing I would
Yeah.
have done, I would have read more. That's all I wanted to literally learn to read. If
That's a
I
very mature answer.
if it's it's weird. It's not like I'm reading a lot. I'm reading more than the average. I might be reading a bit more. But it's specifically understanding the fact you're reading the books you want to read and you're learning
Mm.
from them way more quicker. Don't force reading. Buy the books you want to read. If they gave you the opportunity to literally, I'll fund you the book you want to buy, go read it, and they'll
Right.
give you, you'd be
I
so
feel
much.
like that goes for like everything. Like
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people become born again Christians because when they were kids, their parents forced them to go to church and they hated it. But then when
Oh,
they got to an age where they're like, okay, I'm gonna do this because I want to.
yeah.
Oh, this is actually fun. Or now, like for books, like I still haven't got past that stigma with books being. I know books are not boring, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just doesn't hold my attention span. Like I've got a very short attention
yeah.
span,
You gotta
and
build
like
it.
I would love to get yeah, I would love to get into reading, but it's a thing where I need to cross that bridge first, like baby steps in it. But
But I would,
like obviously
I would
I couldn't
challenge
read, so they were
your
forcing it down my throat all the
yeah.
time. So I was just like, oh,
Your
we have to wait.
attention span is high though. You're animating for
I'm
long.
telling you,
You're doing good
that
stuff.
that's because that's the thing, because I want to do it.
Mhm.
If I don't want to do it, I don't care. Like I can't watch. I don't watch sports because I'm not doing it. I'm not there. Why I don't care about the highlights. I know my boys be
Yeah.
telling me, oh yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo's born in this there and this, and he's signed. And I think, why do you care so much, bro? I'd rather play it than watch it because at least
Yeah.
you're doing something.
Okay.
But it's just like, yeah, if I'm not into it, I don't care
I
for it.
got a way, I got an idea that maybe have a think about it. The way your parents or whoever brought you up made you force read, forced to
Mm.
learn that specific way. Why don't you teach yourself in a way or a manner that when you have a kid, that would never happen again? But you teach it the best way you could because you've experienced the negative from it. Like that could be your
Mm.
pushing factor in finally reading or finding the
I
thing
was
that,
I was
yeah.
pretty good at English when I finally got there. And I was pretty good at English when I finally got there, right?
Mhm.
Sorry, the Wi-Fi just cut off for a second.
That's fine.
But it's a thing where I had to adapt because it was a combination of me not wanting to do it, having a
Mhm.
short attention span, and being forced to do it. So I feel like if I just was born here, I'll be pretty good at English from an early age. Because it's not a thing where it's a thing because I was fluent in German and come to a different country and all the words are jumbled up. I think, what are they? I remember one time I asked the teacher, Miss, how do you spell "the"? I said, what? I said, "the." How do you like the tree? It's D-A, right? I was like, she was like, it's T-H-E. I was like, what? T-H-E? What the hell is that? I was, because I'm not used to
Yeah.
like the accent anyway. Like I was the only English I knew was my parents and American TV. So I came here, I was calling shoes sneakers. I was saying like, oh, cry me a river and stuff. Like I was saying like really Americanized
But that's cool though. That's
words
what
and
made you
phrases.
stand out, maybe. Like that's who
I
made you like.
guess, and it's weird. Like a lot of people they listen to my music and they think I'm American, but I think it's just a combination of like I was really a sponge. Like I only listened to American rap when I was
Yeah,
learning how to rap, and I only spoke American type of English when I was learning how to speak.
yeah,
So it's weird. Like a lot of people don't hear me and say, "Oh, that guy's from East London." Yeah, you're like, "You're from London," but I can't pinpoint where.
yeah.
I think it's just I have a weird way of
But why do
speaking. I
people
guess.
want to pinpoint you? Like you're just creating music again. It's beautiful. That's all it
You
is.
know
You're
what?
making.
Yeah, I feel like with that though, it's more of a patriotic type of thing.
Mm,
Like I would like I'm from Newham, East London, and I'll wear that
yeah.
on my chest. That's
So
just
you will, yeah.
that's
You're
just what
gonna
it is.
stand
You know
for
what I
it.
mean?
You're gonna stand for it.
Of course, it's not even a thing where Peckham is trash or Tottenham is terrible. Just like no, I'm
Yeah,
from East London,
yeah.
the birth ground of grime, the culture. You know what I'm saying? I have pride in that. Like I'm privileged to be from here. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like I love it. Like because as bad as it is, I don't know about you, but as bad as this area is, I wouldn't change it for the world, man. I
Bro,
couldn't,
do you know how
guys.
happy I am when I get back here at home? Oh my gosh, like
It's
it's
you know what I'm saying?
amazing.
Like it's there's sweetness in the struggle, man. There was like
Yeah,
a lot of times like it was just tough days, but just like those were the days. Like you said, you got right, but before that, you're playing football with your friends.
yeah,
You were riding. You did. It wasn't like a clear balance, but there was
yeah.
like you know what I mean. You had fun. You like you probably let me not go into that, but you probably did a lot of growing up whilst you were in London. You know what I'm saying? Doing a lot of key moments here,
Mm,
and just holds a lot of
definitely.
memories. But yeah, that's why I hold
No, definitely.
these close to my heart, man.
That's the thing. Like, if when I started forming my mentality and changing the way I view things, I can't drop that East London guy. If I wanted to talk like I'm from the ends, I could literally jump into that mode instantly. But like, I don't want to drop it because that's who we are. Like, it's still like that journey is like interesting, you
Right.
know. It's still,
Like
uh,
that's what. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like like it just makes you who you are. Like you can like I was watching another thing. You should check it out. It's called Newham Talks. Is with Kano. He's like an OG grime rapper.
Mhm.
He's like up there now. He's like really rich. He's in a video game as well. I didn't realize that until I got older. And now he's just like he's settled, he's rich, he got money, and now he just wants to talk about how to make Newham a better place. And he was talking to another rapper, Gets. He was thinking, well, I remember when we were coming up, it was like you were from Canning Town, I was from Plaistow. Now
Oh
we
my
come
god.
out, we're doing shows, and now we're both from East London. Then we get out, we're both from England. Then we get out, and just like it's crazy how we have like they were talking like postcode wars, and I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's like really like small minded because like
Yeah.
you're thinking about he's from this area, that area, but look out of it. You're both
Mm.
from London. Like at the end of the day, what does the difference between your postcode make? Like is lit, you don't even own it. Like you don't own nothing here.
Yeah.
Like just live, man. That was weird. But
It's
yeah, that was
not
wild.
being part of that game, that hustle, that place. We won't never know why they do it, but like it always sounds to us like a
You
game
know
they made up.
what it is, yeah. Like I've obviously, you know what's crazy? People don't realize that gives you a very strong mind growing up in a place like this because you grew up with people who went on to be killers, went on to be really dangerous people, and those are the people you were in line with for lunch.
Yeah.
You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
you look at your year, my year. We got people disappeared. That's it. That's gone. They're
Yeah,
gone
man. And
forever.
it's crazy. And it's also a thing where I see why, because I know a lot of good, and it's a thing where you won't believe it till you see it. You'll be like, you come into the house, no furniture, no
Yeah.
nothing, and they're just trying to make ends meet, and it's like they may have done something really young that will affect them
Yeah.
for the rest of their life, and now they can't get a job. So this is literally the only way out. Like
Do you
I'm
think?
not here for no
Do you?
senseless violence, but I'm
Yeah.
just if you're trying to make your money, make your money. I mean, we all have to
Yeah.
survive, but you know what I mean. I
Do you
get it.
think? Do you think
I
Top Boy
understand.
and the series from Top Boy? I don't know if you heard that. Do you think that was a good
Yeah,
representation
man.
of
Come
the
on,
ends?
yeah.
The even Blue Boy, I think
Um,
was it Blue Boy?
the blue story.
Blue Story. There you go. That was like
My
all of
cousin
that
was
was amazing. What? Your
beautiful,
cut?
man. He was in it for like he's an actor. He's an upcoming
Yeah.
actor. He's amazing. I
Jeez.
think he's on the Netflix show soon.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Shout out to Emmanuel. But yeah. From obviously I'm not involved in the gang life,
Yeah.
but just like it was beautiful to see
Yeah.
because like you people went into Blue Story thinking, oh, here we go again, another gang movie, and then the bigger message was that like it started out, they were both friends, and then
Mm.
at the end they ended up enemies, and you'll probably be thinking, and then the kid after that said, okay, they did this to him, so I'm
Mm.
gonna do this to them, and it's just like an ongoing cycle, and it gives you insight to why it is how it is.
And they
So I
just
don't know
can't
if you have
drop
any.
it.
I don't know if you have any
Nah, nah,
siblings.
nah. Just me. Just me.
Weird. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, say your girlfriend, right? Say someone slaps your girlfriend, God forbid, right? You see that guy, you slap him back. His brother sees that you slapped him. He's gonna plot on you. Now it's a thing where you're just going back and forth, and
Yeah.
just like it won't stop till now someone's dead. You're
Mm.
like, okay, I can never forgive you for that now. And it's just
Yeah.
like it's ongoing, and it's just like a lot of people think it's just like senseless and da, but a lot of it's just payback.
Yeah. I mean, okay, but then I think ego attaches that to like a
Of
lot, a
course,
lot.
but it's a thing where, like, it's a thing where no one is in their position. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
Man just crashed.
there's a reason those people are there and they're thriving off it because they're built for that life. Like, you could put yourself in a situation. In my situation, I'd act like this and that. Hold on, the internet froze.
Oh, don't worry, you're good.
I'm
You
good.
froze, but I
We
can
back,
hear
we
you.
live. Like in post, just chop it in half and then just we keep going.
No, I usually keep talking, man. Don't worry, I'm
What was I
gonna
saying?
inform them. I'm gonna inform them during this whole thing anyway.
But yeah, I just feel like yeah, people would be like, oh, if I was in their situation, I'd do it like this. But it's the thing that you're not in their situation. You
True.
didn't have their upbringing. Like you could say, oh, if I was faced with that, you as a child, probably were mentally like there's a lot of mental health issues that goes
Mm.
unaddressed in our
Yeah.
area,
True.
and they grow up to do bad things. And it's just a thing where certain people, they can't help. You see how they have documentaries about Ted Bundy, and they say, oh, as a child he was beaten. That's why they want to do it. In our area, bad black kid, get him off the road. You're arrested for the rest of your life. And you're thinking, okay, you arrest him, did a
Yeah.
crime, but don't paint a picture like he was very normal in his head, and
Yeah.
he chose to do this because he was bored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you could give Ted Bundy all the fame and glory and all the privilege to like read up on what happened in his life,
Yeah.
why not? Like, I guess like everyone has a different type of upbringing. Like, everyone's different and
Mhm.
reacts differently, and there's a reason why certain people in certain places. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so
But
from
yeah.
that, so you're not from that position in life. So what do you try to communicate in your music?
The way I see it when I do music is for a few reasons. It does come back. I mean, the first reason would be to like, I don't want to die, leave this planet, and no one knows nothing about me. They know
That's
nothing.
true.
They hear your name, say who? I can't. I'm not. A lot of people are comfortable with that. I just can't. I can't. It's just I cannot. And it's a thing where I want it to be a thing where kids say, I want to be just like Zino, I want to rap like Zino. I think, oh man, that would make my day, right? But then again, there's a thing where just like the immigrant in us, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
our parents weren't born here,
No.
and like you see your parents working hard. Like, my mom's a nurse, she works like hella hours. I rarely see my mom.
Mhm.
And it's a thing where she's getting old, man, but she's still working. And it's a thing where it's like they toiled so hard for you to come into this world, into this British world, and
Yeah.
not do anything with that.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
and
There's a
and,
lot of
and I wanna and
opportunity.
I really wanna mention on that point because you've said something so meaningful that I just need to build upon. Do you think, like, I feel obliged in my sense that by the time I want to reach my goals, I'm not taking the credit. Like, I don't. It's not even saying to take it. I'm not taking my earnings and just putting it myself. My priority is my parents because they
For
done it for
sure.
me. Like,
For sure.
like, and it's saying like it's obviously bad that they're working a 9 to 5 and it's repetitive and there's nothing new to their life. But I've realized to that point that they don't have the option. They can change now, but it's so difficult. You're in a
Of course.
scenario where you're
And
just
I
risking too much.
I feel like it's like we can say it's easier said than done. They
Yeah,
can change, but
yeah,
mate, there's huge bills to pay,
yeah.
and it's just
It'd
a
be
lot of people.
collateral
It's very
damage to us.
exactly. It's very unrealistic for a lot of people to do it. And
Yeah,
just think about it, like they like the opportunities they had growing up was completely different
yeah,
to us. Like, my dad sees some of these like the gang violence. He's saying, "Ah, this is soft." I'm thinking, imagine what the hell were you seeing in your day? I'm thinking, oh, nah, it's soft. I'm thinking that's crazy. And like, my mom's like, she's like a very small lady. She's a
mhm,
nurse. She can't be like, she has bad feet. She can't be walking up and
yeah.
down all the time. And it's just like, I'll be damned if I can't repay her for that. You
Oh,
get what I'm saying?
that's the at least you're considering that though. That's the such an important part of
Like,
at least
yeah.
being successful. You have to remember
You,
who gave you those opportunities, those moments.
you know what's crazy? I remember I was a really naughty kid, like very bad. I was like I didn't pay attention. I just shouted and did a bunch of stupid things hanging around. And one day, like this was like before I came England. When I came England, it was more of a culture shock. I was like, oh my god, there's so much people here. But yeah, so now one time my mom buys me some shoes, and there's some like Reeboks, like 2006, and like Reeboks was on the shoe back then.
Okay,
And I was like, Mom, I wanted some Nike shoes. And I was shouting.
yeah.
And then my uncle pulls me to the side and said, do you know how much your mom works? Do you know how hard she works just for you? This was a luxury. Back in my day, this would never touch my feet. I'd never be able to see these. I said, your mom does that because she loves you. She didn't have to buy you these shoes.
Yeah.
And from that moment, it blew my mind. I was thinking, I went back and I hugged her, I apologized. I said, I changed my life from there, I swear. I was thinking, like, imagine right now you have money in your pocket. It's not easy to be selfless. People say be selfless all the time. It's not easy. Like, you have money in your pocket right now. You're not gonna say, "Oh, mom, here, take £100." because that might be the money you're building up to do something with
Yeah.
that in future will give her money. But realistically, you like it's like a thing where you can't just, you know what I mean, you have to be
Yeah.
a bit selfish sometimes. And for a mother that has 3 children who wasn't a nurse at this point, she was working in social work, she was in university to
Yeah.
become a nurse, buy me and my brother a pair of shoes is crazy. And
Yeah.
the fact that I responded like that, I probably broke her heart. And that
Yeah.
tore me in half. I couldn't do it. I said, I apologize. I look at my mom. I'm looking at a picture right now. I miss my mom. But it's like I do it for her.
Yeah.
Like my dad is more like an old school type of guy. Like
Yeah.
he's more of a tougher guy. I mean, you can handle a couple hits here and there. You can a couple losses, but you know what I mean, bounce back. But my mom's just like a really hard working lady, like really hard working lady, very soft and gentle type of lady. And I just like put like when she sees my music, like you'd probably think, a Nigerian parent did it if your son's making music. Hell no, da, da, da. But my dad's more of a businessman. He said, I mean, if you're good at it, you can make money. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it. And my mom just comes out as a thing where like, this is beautiful. This is amazing. That's my son. I want to be up there and say, that's my son.
That's a
And yeah,
crazy feeling to have. But like, okay, so we have this that powerful moment, and the idea is you have all of these ideas behind being successful, behind reaching for a better life, for being the better version of yourself. What is it that's making people stay the same and just lacking?
I feel like it's a thing. I was talking about this earlier. No disrespect to like British people at all. But I
Yeah,
feel like it's more of a comfortability type of thing.
yeah,
Like your parents weren't born here, my
yeah.
parents weren't born here. We already have that mindset that we have to go. Like
Mm.
our parents instilled that from a young age. You have to. There's no slacking. You have to go. But I feel like if you've been here for centuries and you're just like, I know people. I've worked with people who work in co-op and they're happy with that. They're fine with that. Like
I just
they're
can't.
content.
I just.
I mean, once again, at the end of the day, it pays their bills. They are happy. They're not sad, miserable people. They're happy. That's their thing. They like doing it. Perfectly fine. I don't care. But just a thing where in an immigrant's head is just like, I'll do that job so you get a better life. I'll
Yeah.
do 2 of those jobs so you get a better life. I knew this guy. He worked in Tesco and Co-op. He worked every single day to put his kids through uni. I was thinking, damn.
What? So he paid for their uni, or did he support them, like in a sense
Yeah,
that
because like you go uni,
yeah.
you need like student finance. They didn't get a lot of student finance, so he
Yeah.
had to pay for a lot of it. So he worked
Ah,
and he
man.
had 2
Okay.
kids.
What's your feeling on debt then? You have debt now, so what's your idea about that?
Ideally, I'm gonna hit the bag and it's not gonna put a dent in my life, so I'm not
That
really
makes
worried
sense.
about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very in things like that. I'm very like positive thinking.
Yeah. No,
Like
that's good. That's
I
exactly
have
what you
faith in
need.
myself. I don't see it as a thing where it's not a burden. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
look at like 9,000 like it's nothing.
No,
That's
that's
the end
true.
goal.
No, that
You
makes
know what I mean?
sense. But like for me, it's like
That's the end goal.
you went to uni and you found purpose and you actually took something from it. I'm not wasting, I'm not going into debt just because I'm plainly stupid and I'm going there because I need to go for uni because I just want the paper. I'm
You
not
know what
doing
it
it.
is, yeah. I wouldn't say it's stupid, right? I mean, you had the right mindset to leave, but you have to understand it's a net for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a lot of people are very anxious. Like you are an adult now.
Yeah.
No one's like you're not a kid. If you slap a 15-year-old, you're going to jail. You are not a kid anymore. And there's a thing where like one of my friends right now, I won't say their name on cam, but
That's fine, no
you
problem.
know them. You probably know them. Uh I'm gonna tell you afterwards. But like it's they're in uni now
Yeah.
and they hate it. They've been in uni for a while. They hate it. It's a thing where like being a creative is very risky. It's high risk, high reward. Like you see like people like Kanye West, obviously amazing artists. Like
Yeah.
take away all his music things. Like he's not a fashion designer, but he got into it and now look at him. He'll design anything and people will love it.
Yeah.
I sometimes think I don't want to like it, but I see it. I like it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. And it's crazy. It's like you wouldn't be able to do that unless you took that leap. So it's high risk, high reward, right? So like His plan is just to do a creative avenue, and this is just like he's just buying time, which is risky as hell. He's buying time because he's so confident in himself that he's going to do something great. That this is just a roof over his head right now. Like this is
Well,
just it's crazy.
that's an interesting perspective, but like,
It's,
but
it's just
just
like I. It's like saying this. If I was to speak for him, I know I'm gonna be great here. This is literally so I can have a roof over my head for the time being, and my parents are comfortable. Basically, he's an only child as well. I'm sure it
yeah.
was crazy for you if you told your parents you're gonna drop out of uni. I don't know how they took
If
it.
you have a valid point, I feel like it makes sense to them, so that's fine. I just need to have like it's like literally a presentation for them, something
But
like
you
that.
have to understand there's a lot of hard-headed parents out there. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Not
obviously, I
everyone's
mean,
like,
now
you
my
know, like really
parents
like you can't shake it.
see they had that lifestyle from a young age. Like that's what happened to them, well, especially for my mom. So when I'm growing up now, they don't want to put those barriers on me. They want me to do what I feel is best
Aha,
for me.
yeah,
So that's great.
right.
I'm gonna take the opportunity though. That's the idea. But then again, if we would be educated a bit better, maybe there was an idea that I was gonna bring up in Lithuania, for example, in their educational system. They actually have classes for like psychology and mentality. Like they actually have classes about this. Like where is this in England? Like London,
Right.
we don't have any of that. I mean, the understanding of expressing the idea that you're not always right, teaching us the actual ways of like the conduct of a person. How do you need to present yourself? It's those things that I feel if you're lacking that, it leads to that character later on. But then it's fine, let them be them who they are now. But I only hope is that when they take the lesson or they make that mistake, that they learn from it really quickly, because that's
Yeah.
what's going to make them successful in the long run. But if they're sort of the way you said it, it sounds like he's waiting for that to happen, and it's
But that's
worrying.
the thing. At the end, it's very human. From the outside looking in, you're like, come on, man, pick it up.
Yeah,
But from the inside out, it's like fear, like sometimes when I write songs, like it's like I'm writing for my life.
yeah, that's the man.
It's like I don't want to I don't want to work. I don't want to scan bread
Same,
ever again. I
same.
don't want to do that. And it feels like you have to write for your life. If you
Mm,
don't do it, no one's gonna listen to you. No one's gonna hear you. No one will like it. No one will buy it. You'll be in the same place you were 2 years ago. And it's a thing
mm,
where you cannot improve without doing. So I had the mindset a lot because I used to rap as when I was like 15. I
yeah,
feel like I was a good rapper. I was like, all right, I'm good. And it just got to a point where people are like, okay, fine, you're good. Great. What? I think oh, that's with the art thing as well. You're
yeah,
good. Do the work. I'm thinking,
yeah,
okay. So now I'm in the mode where people know I can rap. It's like I'm not cocky about it. It's like you
mm,
can walk very well. You learned how to walk,
yeah,
now you can walk. I learned how to rap, now I can rap.
yeah,
Now it's a point where you bring yourself into it. You bring your own charisma, your own thought process, your own experiences. I find it really cool when like you can make a reference to a show or something in a rap, and someone across the world will, oh shit, I was watching that yesterday. That's crazy. How the hell did he? You know what I mean? I just like that's how you connect with people. But it's a thing where I was just writing for so long and I wasn't releasing anything. And I'm looking to myself like it's obviously it's about quality, not quantity. That's even in regards to the streams. So say I had 3 streams and those 3 were Kendrick Lamar, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. I think that's a win to me.
yeah,
That's a
true.
win in my eyes. But it's a thing where once again, like being realistic, that doesn't happen to everyone.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to follow in line and follow the blueprint that everyone was going with. Release a song, see what the audience
Mm.
says. Um,
But what I like
a
about
lot of people say that you're gone
your characters, and I'll just quickly say it, you value your future. I think
for
as
real,
simple as it is, you wanna be good. You need that because you know how vulnerable society is below at the bottom. Like you
right?
felt it, so you don't wanna.
It's about legacy,
Yeah,
like it's about leaving a legacy behind for your kids and their
yeah,
kids and so on and so forth. Is a thing where you're doing a big dishonor to everyone
true.
around you by not doing nothing.
Mm,
Like you look at when I went back to Nigeria, it's crazy, man. Like I was really emotional. It's crazy. Like a lot of the government is really corrupt. Like I don't know if you know about the SARS movement.
Yeah, I
Um,
heard about it. I don't know too much about it,
it's
but it's terrible.
horrible, man. It's terrible. They cut out the lights and shot a bunch of people randomly because they were protesting,
Mhm.
and they were protesting against police brutality because they literally would kill you if you don't give them money, because it's like an ongoing thing. The police aren't being paid, so they're
Yeah.
after bribes. When they don't get bribes, they kill the people, and because they're police, nothing happens to them. And you'll go to, I went to the airport and there was no tissue. I was like, is there tissue? And she said, give me a little something on top. I was like, huh? She said, money, money, money. I was thinking, fuck. Like everyone literally, there's no
Wow, but
money.
that's
There's
that's
no money going
harsh.
around. Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, you see, that's how my grandma was living. My grandma lived up to 105 and she was working because she wanted to. It gets to a point where a lot of people deteriorate in this country because they
Mhm.
don't like work when they get to a certain age. Like, I feel like you can retire but do
Yeah.
something because you'll
But you
die.
saw
And
it.
it's,
You had the stories behind you. You have the
yeah.
upbringing that push you forward. But it annoys me because you have everyone has them. But it's that arrogance and saying, "No, I don't need it. I don't care. I'm gonna do me. Yeah, I can waste my time. What? Why are you telling me what to do? I
That's
just don't get
very,
it."
yeah, it's a very risky thing. Yeah, it's a very risky thing. If it's such a brazen act of like they have so much bravado in what they're saying, I don't respect that because like you're taking the piss. Like I mean, at the end of the day, I see it as it's your life. I don't care. You're putting your mom through God knows what, but
Mm.
it's you. You know what I mean? It's terrible. I can't do that. It's not me. Whatever I'm doing has to be fruitful because like it's going to a point where you can't not work. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying my best to make connections. I feel like if you put your all into it, something has to come out from it because you can have the talent, you can make the connections, but it's also a lot about luck. I'm not gonna lie,
And
but
that's where
God
that's you
willing,
know when you're saying you put up the work in and like you just need to work, like you want to work because you know what you're seeking, you know what it will bring. And that's what I'm saying. I went away recently, and when I went away, that's literally all I'm thinking about. My laptop broke. Like I had nothing. I'm just on my phone, Netflix and chill. Like, and it's giving me these thoughts that like obviously will pass by, everything will be fine. It's only like a couple weeks, like it's fine. But why does this?
that's giving me anxiety as well. I'm
You know what I
thinking,
mean?
cause me, I go with my iPad everywhere. I'm just doing
Yeah.
something.
So imagine you don't have it, and I got put in this position now, and I'm like, I thought decision based. Okay, it was a good opportunity for me to leave to live for India recently, but it turned out to be like this big lesson of me. I learned to be in even more in my thoughts and just how you just can't sit still and just acknowledge time,
Mm.
acknowledge even more the small things. That's the like subliminal things, like you're breathing, you're relaxing, you're happy, and just let time flow. I learned that, and I learned to throw the anger away from not doing nothing. But as much as I did, I still want to come back to work. And I flew in, and I can't. She was like, my girlfriend was like, "No, I don't think you should do the podcast, or like maybe rest, maybe take it slowly." And I'm like, no, I know who I am. I know where I came from, and I need this. I need
That's
this
so hard though.
podcast out.
She. That's what I'm saying. From the outside looking in, it's crazy. It looks
Yeah.
like Jesus Christ. You just came from a flight, cool down, and
No,
you're
but
thinking, "Oh, I'm not gonna lie,
no, I
that was
cooled down.
enough.
I
That
came
was
back.
enough."
I slept. I slept. I cooled down. I prepared, and we're here. And it's that process. It's taking us my way. I'm not gonna jump off the flight now, and I'm gonna go straight in, contact you, and be like literally
Yeah, yeah,
tired,
yeah.
like feeling crap. The conversation just won't be at this level, and I know that's
Right.
where it comes into smart learning, not just hard work. It doesn't work like that. So, but we have our goals set out clearly, very clearly. It doesn't align when we just waste time. It just doesn't. And you know what we're
Bro.
risking. If we
And
don't do it,
it's
say it.
it's a very risky thing because like
Mm,
in like I'm thinking market wise, right?
yeah.
Thank God I got a young face because if you're 30 trying to rap in the UK is gonna look a bit
uh,
weird. Like the
true.
demographic for you
Mm,
is kind of gone already.
yeah.
Like in America is different. Like Drake is 30 and everyone wants to be like Drake.
Yeah.
Future is 30 Yeah, everyone
Oh
is
wait,
old as hell. Kendrick is 30.
they're
Kendrick's
actually
like
that old.
33 now or something. Yeah, you
What?
see, you wouldn't know that because you've been thinking, oh, these guys are cool. They're young. They're like us. And you're thinking, bro, these guys are 15 years older than you. And it's like, whoa. But in the UK, I don't feel it's the same.
No,
But I
no,
don't
no,
feel like
definitely not. Do you
it's
know what it feels like? Oh,
yeah.
I have a good example. You got Stormzy, who's like,
Mm,
honestly, it's just lovely to hear his music out. Yeah? And then you got that,
right.
you know, that you had that beef with Wiley.
Yeah,
Wiley's
yeah,
just out the scene. It's just weird. Just go away. Like literally, you're just get out the
yeah.
board. I'm sorry, but for me, you're so grown up. You just don't fit it.
I
Like
feel
it's
like it's yeah. Looking out, it looks a bit like by then you would have made something. You know what I mean? Like it is a bit weird that you can
yeah,
go Forest Gate and you'll see Wiley knocking about.
yeah.
It is a bit strange, but I don't know. He's made
It's
some money.
impressive
He's
though,
made
but
money.
it's impressive. You know, the thing is, the whole idea is that he's making meat on ends. Like that's what he has to do. Like
Mm,
he has no
right.
choice. Like we're all trying to make a living, and the idea is that he's trying to stay youthful. Like that's good. I mean, you should be happy
I,
whether he's doing it
I
correct.
think it's and you know what I think it really is. I don't think we've seen someone from our background get to that age because it's like
But
Americans have like centuries of like rappers and
yeah,
musicians who have been from that area. Grime was made in 2000. It's a
yeah.
very young genre, and like to see someone that age is like he's still wearing tracksuits and got
Did
gold
you
teeth, and it's like
did you
realistically that's what everyone's gonna look like at that age,
did
and
you
it's a bit
listen?
weird.
There was the episodes with Grime Daily. Did you watch them? The releases.
Which one?
There was 3 episodes based on how Grime was built and Grime
I
Daily,
f-
how everything was made.
oh no
Like
no 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 no! I'm planning to watch that. Yeah, I haven't
watch it,
seen that yet.
watch it. That was amazing itself. Like it was just nice. Like you know, we literally were brought up at that time. Like it's cool. And like why
Crazy, right?
everyone's like, why do I listen to music? And I'm like, I don't know why, but it's just me. It's just me. Like
Mm.
it's part of us. Like we started. I'm not
That's what I'm
rapping,
saying. It's
obviously, but
like I'm really proud, like, because obviously when you start rapping, you want to be American,
yeah.
you want to blow in America, and I'm happy like for people like Skepta who have like gotten to a point where they're international, but they're so unapologetically British. It's crazy. Like he mentioned this one thing in the trailer, he's like in the interview. He's like, you people don't realize it, but British people talk really, really fast compared to like Americans. Like you think you're talking slow, but the way you just say your name, like if you were to say your name is really quick, and they won't. And then
You
Grime
remind
now
me.
is 200. It's really fast, and they won't get it. He said, so thank God I have the way I speak is pretty clear and slow, so
Okay,
that's why I bridged it. But
what
yeah,
teacher in Bonds spoke really fast and it was weird as hell?
um,
And I'm sorry for anyone else who don't know, but like this is just something quickly for Zeno.
forgive me, I don't remember half of them. I don't
Miss
remember half of them.
Burke used to talk so fast. I was in her RE class.
Oh, she did. Yeah,
I'm like, what?
yeah. She had a mouth on her. She was quick. Yeah, she was quick.
I
Yeah.
was
Shout out to Miss Burke.
yeah, she's
One of my
good.
favorite teachers.
I'm
Shout out to
happy
Miss
with
Burke.
that teacher. Very good teacher. I'm
She's
gonna,
going up. She
I'm
got promotion
gonna.
and that.
She did what?
Yeah, she's up there. She's like near head teacher level now.
Nice.
I was
It's
shocked.
not
I'm like,
Mr.
wow.
Halliwell, no. It's Mr. McCormack, head teacher, right?
Yeah, you see,
Which I
everyone's going
like.
up in the level, man.
I like. I like
Yeah, I'm
that.
seeing
Mr.
them.
McCormack, head teacher. I like that. I like that a lot.
I feel like it's like the underdog story. You just used to see him about now he's
Yeah.
the guy. I'm like, all right,
Oh.
fair play, man, fair play.
I've got an interesting. I'd say this will be the last question before I go into the last 5 questions. But like, it's a question which
Mm.
I'm quite interested in because, for me, mentors are like they're like teachers, but they're like Mr. Oldall, let's say. They're a
Mm.
teacher, but that individual cares about you as much
Personally.
as personally. So, but that's the idea, like using not the university, using mentors as a way to make yourself like promote yourself in life, learn from mentors, right? The question would be, would you
Mm.
want a mentor? What are your opinions on mentors? Do you have one?
Uh,
Was
I do not have a mentor. I would like a mentor. I know who I would look to in regards to mentoring.
Mhm.
That's a word.
Yeah, that's
But
what.
like I see, like I obviously I haven't got any connections to them right
Yeah,
now, so I just have to rely on their like
it's some
interviews.
weird.
But I really think you should check. the Newham Talks series. Like Idris Elba was on there.
Yeah.
Idris Elba's from Newham. People don't really know that. They're just I think he just says Hackney a lot, but he's from
What?
Newham. And it's just like
Okay.
it's you see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like he is Idris Elba. He's like been in the Marvel movies. He's
Fast
talked
and
to
Furious.
everything, and it's just like he went school around the corner from us.
Yeah.
He went to the same chicken shops as us, and it's just like, how do you get from here to there? And when you got from here to there, what was it like? What was the thing? And like, yeah, I'd look towards like someone like Idris Elba or Kano in regards to like mentoring or gets or something, someone within that industry, like Kano, I say, because he is a sick rapper he blew in America before anyone blew here.
Mhm.
Like he was signed to Def Jam before it was even a thing,
Mhm.
and it was crazy to see because he's grime, but he's got a very old school rap type of flow as well. Like he's very like technical. He can really rap on like any beat given.
Yeah.
And just like now he's on Top Boy. Oh, you probably know him from Top Boy. You know Sully, one of the
Oh
light
yeah,
skinned
yeah,
guys. One of the two guys, the light.
I know, I know, I know. Totally, yeah.
Amazing. That's what I'm saying. Now you would think he's an actor. He's an amazing. That's the first role he's been in. I believe, and it's like to break in because I know him as a child from being one of the best rappers I've heard in my life.
Yeah.
Like that was the guy. Like if it wasn't an American like Kendrick or something, it was Kano and Gets. Those were the two most technical rappers I've ever heard in my life. And now he's an amazing actor. And I'm thinking, how do you bridge it? And he was even saying like he doesn't want to disrespect like someone like Idris Elba who has went through the ringer, who's gone
Yeah.
to theater school and all of that to become who he is now. He's saying I'm still learning myself, and it's just sick to see that at his age he's still learning things and still
Yeah.
doing things that's still prosperous. You get what I'm saying? I'm just like, yeah, it's sick.
I think
Yeah.
anyone who's looking for men, even yourself, with the character you have, I'm saying it doesn't even have to be such a huge figure to represent you as a mentor. Your character will stand out and it will draw people to you who will want to invest your time. And that's when you have to identify them, because you both need to bring value to each other. And it's like another sort of family which you're building on the side, which hopefully doesn't go to conflict, because you're aiming to build something beautiful in the end, and it's usually miscommunication that destroys everything, but like
Yeah.
it helps you climb the ladder just a bit better and placing it just with better technique. And I feel like, I
Yeah.
don't know, for the music industry, I'm saying you still need a rapper. I'm saying everyone needs a mentor. Everyone needs a mentor. I think that's sort of my viewpoint on that. And if you don't have one, it's not the end
Yeah.
of the world, but you draw it on. If you want
You
it,
know,
just
it
manifest.
is a thing. I was looking at an interview with Damson Idris, who's an amazing actor, who's from, I believe he's from Peckham, who's on a show called Snowfall, which is an American show. Like you would not, like a lot of people blew their mind when they found out, like the whole Idris Elba thing, when they watched him on The Wire and they found out he was British. They're like, what the fuck? That's crazy. That accent is amazing. Like Damson
Yeah,
Idris, he was talking about that. He said he would have liked to have a mentor who was like someone like Idris Elba or Chiwetel Ejiofor, who are these huge actors. By the way, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Forrest Gate, he was in Doctor Strange, 12 Years a Slave, amazing actor. In the Lion King movie with Scar, big man. But yeah, he was like, I see these people, like they're like 40. I'm
yeah.
30 now. There was no connection. I never got a
Mm,
hand from them. I'd love to like see how they did it, or
mm,
like see what they went through and like be able to dodge the obstacles that they had to go through. But it's a thing where they were out of reach, so I had to do it myself. But I would have loved that bond. I was just thinking, yeah, I relate because like you see a lot of rappers going broke because they don't know how to invest their money, but you see a lot of really rich rappers, and there's a thing where why not help these guys make
yeah.
money as well? Like you
But
see
it might
someone
be
like
their
Jay,
identity.
yeah, but
They might not want it.
hopefully,
They don't
yeah,
want
that's what I'm
it.
saying. A lot of people are stingy and they don't want to see a lot of people. I think it's like crabs in a barrel type of thing. Like once you make it out, you don't want to help no one else, or if they're about to make it out, you drag them back down.
Yeah, true.
It's like you see someone like a Jay-Z, huge,
Mm,
huge. And you're thinking like there's people in your area that you should like. He helps a lot of people. I've
yeah.
heard he does it a lot behind the scenes. Like you may not, you know, the brand Trapstar.
No.
he invested. It's like a London brand. He invested a lot of stock in it. That's why it's so
I know that
huge.
Jay-Z, he's had a lot of, he was with Warren Buffett, he had conversations with Ray Dalio. He's been in a lot of places with a
Yeah,
lot
Jay
of
Z was in a lot
very,
of big places.
very
He's the
big
one who
places.
gave Rapman his. He signed Rapman, and now Rapman had a movie on the silver screen. You see what I'm saying? It's
But
crazy.
Drake funded something as well, didn't he?
Drake funded Top Boy. Jay
Yeah.
Z signed Rapman to make Blue Story. It's
Okay,
crazy.
okay,
That's
yeah,
helping. That's like helping someone. That's
yeah,
bringing someone out of the dirt. That's
yeah.
what is
But then
needed.
someone
But
be
like to
selfish
be
and
fair, a
saying,
lot of people,
it's fine, don't worry.
a lot of people in our area don't have the opportunity to. I feel like Stormzy is probably one of the first people to be like a superstar. Like as in his net worth is in the millions, normal,
Yeah,
easy. Like celebrities look up to him. I remember Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, was fangirling over Stormzy. And it blows my mind thinking, you're like in Hollywood and you still listen to Stormzy. And it's crazy because he's at the end of the day, he's from North London. He's still a Londoner.
yeah,
He may be in big places, but he's still a London guy. And it's like now Stormzy has transcended the ends. He's
yeah.
transcended London. He's like this being who's from ends who represents it, but he's made a book. He made opportunities for
I didn't know he
kids to
made a
go
book.
to University of Cambridge.
Yeah.
Bro, he has a book. Fam, Stormzy's out here, man. He's in the new Watch Dogs game. Fam, Stormzy's out here, man. It's
Oh,
amazing to
okay.
see, bro. Stormzy's if you check what he's been doing, he's out here.
Have you read
He's
his
making a
book,
lot of
or
money
I
and
wonder,
providing a
do you
lot
know
of.
anything about the book?
Nah, I was gonna buy it. I think it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's Rain something. He even performed at
Oh,
Glastonbury.
Let It Rain.
Um,
Ain't
yeah,
Let It
yeah,
Rain.
yeah. And he had his bulletproof vest was made by Banksy. How do you get to that level where
I didn't even.
Banksy listens to your music and says, "I want to give you this"?
I didn't even know that. That's the
Crazy,
thing. You're telling me
right?
so.
And he's from South London. He's like, Ghanaian kid.
Yeah. Okay.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Stormzy, he's a really he's gone commercial. But I feel like the whole like the Wiley beef really
He
showed that
said
he
you
may
were
be commercial, but he can still rap amazingly.
He's amazing. No, that's what I think. I love his journey and I love where he's going, and he's teaching everyone how to.
Mm.
The process is
Yeah,
literally in front of everyone. Literally, you can
right.
see it where he's chaining, he's tuning, and that's where you need to look into. And he had Idris Elba as well on his video. Like, if you even want to
Crazy,
mention that.
man.
Like, but okay, the other artist like particularly that stands out to me is Bugsy Malone. Though I don't know why, but like
Oh yeah,
I just hit
I
hard
don't know
with him.
what it is, but he's a really like self-made man.
Yeah,
Like
like
he's got a lot of money. He's got like
yeah.
he's living really well.
But I
And
just
it's like
love the
I'm
way.
thinking
Say.
I was just thinking because he's from like Manchester, I'm thinking
North
like that's
London.
like like no. You'll be like, this is a different world. Like
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of people come
Oh,
with a
King of
bias,
the
like, oh,
North.
he's not
Yeah,
from
yeah.
London, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, you say he's from Manchester sides,
Yeah.
and like you'll be like, oh, I don't want to hear it. Like a lot of Americans say, oh, British rap, I don't want to hear it. And it's like it's because it's foreign to them. They don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
His accent on the beat, I don't want to hear it. But it's like once you do hear it, once you get over yourself and listen to it, it's amazing. And
I
his
listened
people
to
have already
his.
known that.
Try the one thing I might suggest to you, the way you suggest to me some few things. Listen to just write up Bugsy Malone motivational speech, yeah, and there's like a
Right.
conversation about his upbringing and his life, and then you listen to his music. It just makes so much sense. But like and that's the thing. What I love about grime is that you got these few individuals, and we got many now, that are making it from nothing and setting standards for people that you can easily make out. It doesn't have to be grime though, like that.
I'm not too sure if you know about Nipsey Hussle. Have you heard of him?
No. I
He
probably know.
passed
I
away.
buy
He was killed
faces.
actually.
I'm good at
He
faces. I'm
got
not.
killed right
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, a year ago. Crazy,
Mhm.
but everyone took it to heart because he was literally the definition of a self-made mogul. Like you would love to see him. Like I feel like someone like you would really appreciate his words. He was very wise.
Wait, let me
Everyone compared
text
him
it. Let
like
me
the
type in
Tupac of our
Nipsey.
generation.
What'd you say, Nipsey?
Nipsey Hussle interviews. Nipsey Hussle
Oh,
interviews,
oh,
motivational
him.
speech. That guy is
Oh. He's from America, though, no?
yeah. He was gunned down. He was gunned down in front of his own shop, in front of his door.
I
Like
didn't.
he was a thing where he from young, I think he used to build computers,
I
and
didn't
he used to
expect
like
that from him.
he did a thing where I'm telling you, listen to him speak. That man can speak.
Okay, I'm gonna
He can
listen.
speak, man. He can speak,
So that's the thing.
and it's a
Maybe it's
thing
a
where
lot.
like he speaks on like
You know the thing with artists, I think it's back to the stereotypes. Like you're listening to these people, the artists themselves. You only
mm,
see this facade that, oh, they're a gangster, I can't listen to this. But then when you look, if you try to just
mm,
let yourself get to know them, like I never listened to his music because I saw the way he presented himself. I didn't like the connotations to it. It was American. I was like, and then, and now you're telling me he's a guy to actually listen to what he's saying, and I'm like, why don't I just
listen.
allow?
I'm telling you, like it's a thing where that man is a well educated man.
Yeah,
Very like everyone took a huge loss. Like he was so wise beyond his years. It's crazy, and it's like like it's not even judging a book by its cover because there's a lot of people you come across in life and you just realize, oh, you just do, oh, you dress like this because you like this. Like I can see a guy with a Mohican, studs all over his face, could be the purest guy on earth, but you
true.
may say, oh, get the fuck out of here because you dress like that. I
Yeah,
think he just likes the way it is. Like that's what makes him who he is. Like you talk to him, you have a lot in common. He probably likes half of the stuff you like. But it's
yeah.
a thing where because like appearances, people don't really get to break that barrier, which is a shame. You know what I mean? But I mean, I treat everyone the same, and everyone's cool, man. Until you give me a reason not to believe you're cool. That's just how I say it like that.
No, but that's good. Like you've got, I don't know, you probably had a really good upbringing and a really good support that's led you to having this understanding, and the same sense friends as well. Like
Yeah,
you have this persona which not everyone naturally has, nor that understanding. But I feel like underprivileged families usually tend to have them better and concern those factors a bit more.
yeah. You know what I
So
think it is, yeah. Another thing, cause like yeah, you just have to. I feel like my parents just told me you have to be understanding of things, cause like in life you're gonna be disappointed in it, which is
yeah,
how life is. Like you're doing your podcast, right?
yeah,
Close friends you had all your life may say you tell them to promote it, they won't promote it, and it could be various reasons. Maybe they just don't want to watch
yeah.
it. Maybe they forget to. Maybe their
I didn't even
laptop broke or
ask.
something.
I
You
didn't
know what
even
I'm saying?
ask.
But if you want to like push something, you'll ask for
Yeah,
like you can't a child can't be a child is raised by a village. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it takes a village to raise a child, and it's like you can't blame people for not
mm,
doing what you ask them to.
true.
As much as it hurts, you can't like I don't know what they're going through.
True.
You know what I mean?
But that, then
Like
that's the thing. They ask you for things and you might not do it, but you're
that's what
still
I'm saying.
friends in the end.
But yeah, of course, it's like I remember my friend said support shouldn't be transactional, and I said I
True.
hear that. But at the end again, I see from other sides like it does get to a point where it could be seen as disrespectful,
Yeah.
and it just now it depends
There's
on how you
certain
are
certain
as a
actions. I
person.
mean, if it's communicated well between both, I feel like that's fine.
Like say I have a song right, and I
Yeah.
say please just like promote it. If you know you don't like it, don't necessarily tell me, hey man, it's shit. No one's told me it's shit, but that's like don't not help me promote it because you don't particularly like it. Because
Yeah.
I don't like every song on earth,
Same,
but
same.
I'm sure there's a song you love that I don't like, and
Yeah.
vice versa. And if I put it on my story and you heard it, and you're like, oh shit, this song is hard. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's my friend's song. I don't like it, but yeah. If you like it, if this is your thing, but that wouldn't happen if I didn't promote it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But it's a thing where at the end of the day, they don't owe me nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That
Like no
yeah,
one
that,
owes
that
me anything. So I can't rely on people like that. So it's a more of a thing where you need to go out and get it yourself. But yeah, it's two sides of a coin, I guess. Like you
no, I
need
like that.
people to hear your stuff, but you can't rely on people
Yeah.
to get your stuff out there. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Okay, that was a really good answer. We're gonna rally into those five last questions and you're gonna try to answer them. Well, you can say as much as you want or you can be quick fire, it's up to you. So
Alright.
how do you stay positive and how?
How do I stay positive? Um, I guess just doing things that you enjoy doing, and just I don't know. I think I'm just built positive.
Makes
I
sense.
just
No, that,
positivity, just who I
I feel
am.
like that is also.
I ain't got. Yeah, I feel like me, along with a couple other people, I believe it's just like it's no time to be negative. Because London is, as much as we like London, is a pretty negative place. Like even to go on a tangent, like I'm on Twitter a lot, right? So I
Yeah,
see a lot of things pan out,
yeah,
and it's like you'll do something, and like, okay, this is I don't agree nor disagree with this. This is not what I would do in my spare time,
yeah.
but you know what I mean. It is what it is. There was this picture going around of like a girl doing something to her man,
Okay.
and it was like a 18 and over picture, right? It was going on for years,
Yeah,
and then a girl from London redoes it, and a girl and her boyfriend does it, and everyone say, "Oh, you slag." Da, 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 da. And I'm thinking, you didn't say that about the Americans. The Americans didn't say that.
yeah,
These two are over 18. They're adults. They can do what they
yeah,
want, right? And it's on Twitter.
yeah,
Like Americans are always half naked on Instagram. I'm not like I don't care. It's not my
yeah,
thing. But if that's their thing, girls are getting paid thousands and millions of pounds from OnlyFans for the
yeah.
coffin.
True.
It is
Exactly.
what it is. But it's a thing where you can't have a blind eye for that, but then someone in your area, you're gonna attack them. If you
Mm,
have to have the same energy for both. If you don't like it here, don't like it there. If you like it there, like it here. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like there's never a place where I would say, "Oh, I like the color blue," but when you wear it, I hate it. Thinking that's weird, man. It's just like if you don't like it, don't like it. If you like it, like it.
But people can't hold that to themselves. They wanna say something. That's
It's
just
weird.
terrible.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. I feel like it's more of a thing where I don't. It's not even because I'm thinking maybe it's just like, oh, nah, I don't like it. They're over there. If I tell them, they won't hear it. But it's the thing they're championing it. They're like, oh, this is great. Yeah, let's love it. And when it comes here, oh, this is terrible. Oh, people pick and choose when they want to be positive, I
I feel
guess.
like you're stuck in
I
this
don't know.
theater in Twitter, bro. You're just watching stuff like.
Twitter's crazy. Like, even when Chadwick passed away, before he passed away, oh, I miss Chadwick Boseman so much.
They were saying some bad
Um,
things about him.
they were calling him Crack Panther and all of this and all of that. And it's a thing where you do these jokes. I'm trying not to do it anymore. I'm not trying to make fun of no one on social media
Yeah.
because you never know. Because literally, like even on his set, he had like a massage, someone to massage him, someone to help him walk around, and his one of his co-stars thought, oh, the Black Panther's got to his head now, like he thinks he's the guy, he thinks he's that
Oh,
guy.
okay.
And then when he passed away, he broke down in tears. He said, I didn't realize that they were literally helping him, like he was fighting cancer. And in my head, I was just like, oh yeah, I was being a bit snobby and all that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like naturally, if he was right, he was right. He was like, oh, he's got his head. If it was that case, you'd be right, and it would still be a thing where you said it and you meant it. But the fact that he died, now you're like, oh shit.
But he didn't even
It's like
say
if someone
nothing. That's so powerful in a sense. He was so patient in his
that's
words.
it breaks my heart to watch his movies now. It breaks honestly. That's one of the few deaths that I think I shed a tear. I was damn,
Mm.
like he meant so much to so many people.
The other one
Like
was
even
Kobe. The Kobe one hurt me as well.
Oh yeah, Kobe. That the
That,
fact that his
that,
daughter died in front of
yeah,
us all.
the whole family thing really hurt. Like,
Cause it's like, how do you go on, man? I don't even want
mm,
to think like that. Like it
yeah,
takes a very strong person. Ah,
it's
I think
hard.
it's Kobe, Chadwick, and Nipsey really got me. Man, Nipsey was just positivity, man. That's what really shocks everyone. He was a gangbanger back in the day,
Mm,
but he said like it's like with the patriotism thing. He
mm,
said, I'm not a gangbanger, but this is my people.
yeah,
This is the color. This is my people. I don't
yeah,
gangbang. I'm rich. I've got businesses. I don't need to gangbang, but
yeah,
these are my people. And someone killed him. He was being literally. There's not one video you can find of him being negative. He's positive since he was a teenager. He did a thing where you know how you asked me about streams and you get chicken change.
yeah,
If you were to sell those as a CD, he thought of this years ago. If you were to sell those as a CD, you'd make double the amount of money, triple, 10 times more than you would get from a streaming service. Because on that CD, you could charge it for £5. Take that for £5. No one's taking a cut from that. It's just me. I've sold 5 now. Make the money back. That's way more than I would have got on
yeah.
Spotify.
So why
And
don't
use
you
that
do
to
that?
invest back in the studio.
Why don't you do some
Mate,
of
it's
that?
a risk, man. It's high. It's a lot of confidence you need to have. I'm not gonna lie. It's
To go
really
sell it
a lot
to
of
people,
confidence. I
yeah.
don't know how he did it. It also, I think, is a thing where time as well. Time has changed.
Hmm.
Like people are still doing it. JME did it, but
Yeah.
he's JME. Like
Yeah.
he's got a fan base. He can do that. But it's a thing where how many CD players do you have that you actively put CDs inside to listen to music?
None.
You know what I mean?
Literally none.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think
Yeah.
people know. I think I'm not too sure, but I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure you could play on a PS4 or something.
Yeah, probably you don't know. You probably could.
But the fact that I've never tried and we don't know as in a yes or no answer is crazy because like it's not a thing that we're
When
doing.
was
We're just like,
just having a desktop? When was the last time I put a CD in the desktop? Like,
bro, it's crazy, right? That's what I'm saying. Like I'm sure Nipsey would have thought about something else to fit this decade, but man, that guy was such a smart guy, man. Yeah.
Okay, let's okay, the it's quite an interesting question. But do you think someone can have a net worth of 1 billion? Or someone should be allowed to have it? What should there be a cap?
Me, at the end of the day, people are people in it, and it's a thing where I don't know till I get there how the mindset
Yeah,
changes because I do
that's
believe
true.
the mindset changes. I don't think you
Definitely.
could become someone like Jeff Bezos and just be a lovely person.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of people he's ruined their lives because it's a thing where I have to fire you because you didn't do your job right. I don't care if your wife is pregnant. I don't care you wasted money. You have to leave. I have to give this person a job. Now that person's happy because their wife is also pregnant, and now
yeah,
they can. And it's a thing where you have to throw ethics out the window and you just need to stick to business, which can make you a very soulless person. But at the end of the day, if there's a people are very, I don't believe people when they say they don't want money because that makes me feel like you're from a place where you're privileged enough to live without the need of money like that.
yeah.
But it's a thing where here you need money to survive.
Mm,
No matter how little it is, you need food, you need that. Bills need to be paid, and it's not like we have money to have money. Like we have money to spend on anything. Like this money for essentials only.
yeah,
Like I've went through multiple years of not buying one cosmetic item. Just a thing where it's food, school, come home, food, school, come home. I think well, fair enough. Like what else did I? You know what I mean? There's no need for that. But the fact that there should be one, me personally, I won't feel comfortable being there without giving back because once
yeah.
again, like even with I saw Lil Pump voted for Donald
Trump.
Trump because he said the tax thing, which was dumb as hell. Because I'm thinking that's a very selfish way of thinking because you're saying if you have a certain amount, you have to pay more, but
Yeah,
everyone else is better. I'm thinking about everyone else. I mean, you've gotten to a point where you can afford to pay it.
yeah.
What about your mom? What about your cousins? What about your auntie? They can't afford to pay that. So I don't know. I'm more of a selfless guy, I guess.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
good. Those are good
but it's
attributes.
a thing where at the end of the day, it's not my money.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, ain't gonna change.
Well, we'll
Still
figure
them.
out. We'll see over the course of podcast the opinions, but I like yours. Yours is
We shall see. We shall see.
2 years ago. Um, yeah, obviously you weren't here. What would you tell yourself, and like in support, what would you tell yourself
Two
not
years
to give up?
ago,
Yeah, 2 years ago.
do you go? Stop being a bunker, man. Stop being a truant. Go to your lectures. Go to your classes. Put your all in because it's a thing of ego. You'll be
Mm,
thinking, oh, I'm nice. I'm nice. I could do this any day of the week. I'm nice. It's not that deep. I could do it the day before or the day that is meant to be due. I'll do it, which is what I did a couple times, which is terrible because you'll be up to 7 a.m. working. And it was when it was in a semester where I had to do traditional animation, meaning light box, paper, and pencil. That's it.
Oh,
So
oh,
this amount of paper for like
yeah.
10 seconds, if that, maybe 5 seconds.
I don't
This
get how
big
people
stack
do
of
that.
paper.
Have you seen the YouTube videos where they do that?
Hell no, I'm not.
Oh my
I'll
God.
never do that. I'm
That-
a light box underneath my bed. I'm never touching it again. Unless it's for like a one-off thing.
I can
Till then, nah.
imagine. That's what I
Because I
thought you
ain't
were
got
doing.
color pencils and
Say. That's
hell no. No, I'm colorblind, man. I can't do none of that there.
what? You're colorblind,
You know what I mean?
bro.
The colorblind is there. Remember when all the teachers used to ask me about it all the time? I was thinking, Jesus, leave me alone. Because I
Bro,
did a
bro.
drawing of Kanye West and they said, I like the fact you made his skin green. I'm like, oh shit. I said, oh, it's brown. I said, oh yeah. That's what I was going for. But
Wait,
yeah.
wait, wait, wait. See, the one reason I don't, I don't know if I took it seriously. My best friend lied to me that it was colorblind, bro, and he made me play Black Ops or something with like colorblind settings on, and I was like, bro, I
Listen,
was,
that's it's weird to me. Like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like one of them guys who like I'm colorblind, but I've lived this life for 21 years. I'm not gonna get no glasses or none of
weird.
that.
How'd you,
It's
how'd
not
you?
like I'm seeing the world. People thought it's either I saw the world in black and white, or when I saw a color, it disappeared in real life. So if there was a red phone, it'd be invisible. No, it's just a
No.
thing where
Okay.
the saturation is a bit different on
So
certain
how'd you color
colors.
grade? How'd you
Like
color
you
grade?
see how light bounces off
Yeah.
Google Images. I go on Google Images and I write blue, I write black and
And then
red
you
and all
use
of that.
those colors.
I can't. I don't. Yeah, I don't trust myself to pick the color myself. Hell
Wow.
no. Like obviously it's
Wow.
like Roy G. Biv, like the primary
Yeah.
colors. You'll find the primary colors is easy. Like, I'll just go in the corner. I'll go to
That's
red in the
crazy.
corner, blue in the corner. It's just like I'll do blue and I'll do purple and think it's blue. That's why, because my whole project is blue, and I'm thinking I
Yeah.
need to not get this wrong.
Ah,
Let me
no,
just
but
go
you
on
can
Google.
always get someone to help you out with that. I mean,
I'm
that's.
pretty self-reliant. I don't really
Yeah,
be calling on
I
because
can
I called
tell.
for my brother. The one time I tried, I called my brother, and
Yeah.
he said, bro, I'm colorblind. I said, great, that's great. And there's
Wait.
a thing where like my mom and dad, they're like really traditional African
Yeah.
parents. I said, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. You're not colorblind because they see it as like a weakness. They said there's a weakness. You don't have to start speaking ill of yourself. I think
Why?
I literally am color. I don't think they really know what colorblindness is.
Yeah, I
Literally,
don't think. Yeah, no, I think that's
but
what
yeah,
it
they,
is.
they just see like you're trying to put yourself in a box and be handy capable or something. I'm literally. It's not stopping me. I just not really good at telling that color apart from that one.
Okay. Okay. Recent book you read. It could even span back to your sixth form
Recent
time.
book I've read. I'm gonna laugh and that. There doesn't need to be a stigma against this. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say why. It was Batman Damned.
I've never heard of that. What's
Of
that?
course, yeah. It's a graphic novel.
Oh, so
It's a,
what? You cartoons is fine. I mean, that's alright. I have
you know
novels.
what
I
it is?
mean,
I feel like it's a very there's a lot of stigmas against all of that like creative industry as a whole.
yeah,
Like you like the reason I go into animation is because as a kid I used to watch Justice League and anime. I used to think, oh, that's crazy. I'm thinking, how are you draw? How is this a movie, but it's a cartoon? Like I thought drawings are just meant to stand still, and I was thinking that's crazy. And then when I got older, I used to have a bunch of wrestling toys, and I used to get my dad's old dusty digital camera and take pictures of them, and they move like that.
yeah.
And it's a thing where it's always been there. So now, what was the point I was making? What was your question again?
What was the last book you read? That's what I
Ah,
said.
right. So yeah, and the connotations with it, and it's just like a lot of um medias that come from that. A lot of pieces of media that come from like comic books and cartoons is targeted at children. But Batman Damned it had to be resold. It had to be resold because there was a panel where Batman's penis was out. And it's a thing where it's an 18. Yeah, that's a read. I got the one. I didn't have the ticket. I kind of wanted it to have it for like memorabilia. And you sell it and be like, this is one of the limited edition ones. But
Wow.
yeah, and it's a thing where like you have to understand that there's certain animes you can't watch with your son or your daughter. There's
Yeah.
certain books you can't read with your son or daughter because they are not targeted for them.
I'm gonna have
You
that
know what I'm
problem.
saying?
I feel like there was literally this moment when I was in Lithuania. I was like, "What do you mean? Let them watch this film. Like, what's so bad about it?"
Nah, you can't.
And then I'm
I
like,
was just like that, but you can't.
and
You
I'm
can't,
realizing,
man.
oh, this is another lesson I need to learn now and ASAP, because
Yeah,
that could lead.
I mean, like it's a thing where it could really it could go both ways, which is crazy.
Yeah.
because like it could give you nightmares, which it gave me, but or it could desensitize you,
Yeah.
which is also crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Because it could desensitize you, as in you're not scared of that, or desensitize you, as in you're going to do that and you're not going to feel any type of way of it, which is fucking terrifying to think of. People like that are terrifying. There's really people butchering
That's
people and saying,
interesting.
yeah,
No, but
this is
that's
hot.
like you have some interesting stories. Like that's because I feel like
Yeah,
we never actually like even when we were in sixth form, we never actually like got to know each other like well. Like I don't think I
yeah,
was.
man. I feel like it's just a thing where in school, like I don't know, it was more like a young mentality, class clown type of
Yeah,
vibe I was giving off. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And it wasn't a thing like you live life a bit, and I'm not like I see like people think, in my opinion, my interpretation of maturity is being able to know yourself very well.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like people think, you're reading comic books. That's childish. I'm saying, so me killing the child in me is not childish, I'm afraid. Like if I liked it, why should I
yeah.
stop? You
Oh,
know what I'm
that's the
saying?
same thing about gaming. Like I feel like I should just keep it on because there's still that child in me that wants to have fun as well.
And the thing is, it's like this. Is it doing any wrong? Is it
Not
getting in the way
now.
of anything you're doing?
If you're
It's not, don't
self-aware,
don't be like in debt, like
yeah,
you have bills to pay and you're in your room gaming. That's dumb.
yeah,
But that could be applied to everything. Like
mm,
people become alcoholics. That's only for grown-ups. That's very detrimental. But you
yeah,
can drink, but
mm,
you know what I mean? Take your time. Everything, take your time with it. But it's a thing where I'm not gonna stop liking things. If getting old doesn't mean I stop liking things.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree with
Like
that.
you being interested in one, like a lot of kids love cars, grow up to love
Yeah, yeah,
cars more. And it's a thing where that's not childish. It's the child in them. That was gave them, they can love it more because they can buy it now. They can drive it now. They can live that dream that the kid wanted to live. And yeah, it's just weird that people say, yeah, man, I used to watch all these shows, man. I can't watch it no more. I'm older. I'm thinking, what? You
No, I
know,
love watching cartoons from now. Cartoon Network is a
bro,
thing to
is
go to.
that's what I'm saying. Like that was like you be looking back at it and thinking, this is like all jokes aside, this is good comedy. This is
Yeah.
good writing. Like this is these jokes. I'm laughing at them now. I'm thinking I'm watching Ed and Eddie. I was
Oh
thinking
no.
this is actually a funny show. I was thinking that's
Yeah.
crazy. Cause like you can't watch Rick and Morty with children. That shit's for like that's
I
literally
haven't
for
even
adults.
watched too much of it. I just couldn't be bothered to watch it. It's just
I
I
couldn't
don't
get
have the
in.
time.
I'm telling you, it's pretty good. I didn't get into it, but it's like one of the Lord of mercy. Like it follows a storyline, but it's also a show where you could just
Yeah.
jump in anytime and it's still good. But
Nah,
yeah.
I agree. Current inspiration.
Current inspiration. Um I get inspired from everywhere, I guess. My missus,
That's beautiful.
she's
That's
gonna
mad.
like that. She's gonna like that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, the
okay.
missus.
That's good. That's good. I
But
mean,
yeah, but I'd shout out to maybe Anton. He also went bonds. I've been working on releasing on a project for so long, for years, and I just couldn't do it because I'm thinking I don't have
Anton. Wait, Anton Mayer
no Maya.
was he in our class?
Nah, he's one of the guys who hated bonds.
Oh,
But like he was passionate about music. He was always in
yeah,
the studio. You most definitely laid your eyes on him if you went to
yeah,
music. But it's just like he sent me some beats like a couple months ago, maybe early
Mhm.
2020. No one has said it like that. Why did I say it like that? Early 2020. Who says that? Early 2020, he sent me some beats and I didn't really look at them because I
yeah,
was like, but I was on live and I'll play them. I'm like,
yeah.
these are like they're good beats. Like it's
Mhm.
not like a thing where they are bad beats. It's just like producers need to understand this as well. Not all rappers are going to rap on every single new beat. It
Yeah,
depends how they're feeling and what type of beats they're comfortable on, right?
yeah,
So these are all nice beats. I like them. I was this flowing, I could flow on that, but I didn't really, do anything. About 2-3 weeks ago, I just said, let me just listen to the beats. I heard one beat. I said, oh my god, this is it. And then I heard another beat. I did the beat, rapped over it.
yeah,
I messaged him because he's very antisocial. He's
yeah.
not really on social media like that. He just lurks around on Twitter,
Mhm.
just liking stuff and tweeting. Yeah. but he's more like a real life type of person. Like he lives in real life. So I messaged him. I said, I've done this. He said, oh, this is sick, man. He said, if you need any other beats, just tell me. I can send it to you. Just check my SoundCloud. I checked his SoundCloud, hit another beat. I'm saying, oh shit. I sent him 3. And then I'm just listening to them. I'm thinking, okay. Then I went into that thing. I just wrote a song every single day. By the end of it, I had a animated, in like a 1-minute animated video done as well, because I was just in the spirit.
Yeah, that's
I
mad.
had
I
the
mean, but
cover
that's
art for the
impressive.
EP done and everything. I did all the like promotional
Hey, wait,
stuff.
tell them the date then. Tell them the date. What can they expect from you?
Oh, look at me plugging and all that. Okay, on the 2nd of December, I'm gonna release a single called Real Thick. It's not what you think it is. It's like people hear Real Thick, they think I'm talking about girls or something. But no, it's called Real Thick. It's coming out December 2nd, right, of this year.
Yep.
There will be a music video as well for that, but I'm not too sure when. Probably before the end of the month of December.
No, we're waiting for that.
Probably around the
Cool.
10th. Yeah, it's
Nah,
coming. I hope you guys will
douchebag
like
right
it,
now.
man. And
Douchebag for me.
and
Douchebag's the top
it's your
for me
favorite song,
right
isn't
now.
it?
Yeah, but I like the other
That's my
one.
that's my favorite song because
Yeah.
it's like a bit more not ignorant but just more carefree. I think
Yeah,
douchebag
yeah,
is the guy you went to school with.
yeah.
That's the guy you saw in school. That's who he was. Like
The
you
only
hear the
one thing
blue boy type of thing is more God.
that's a new Jefferson. I feel like the other music, I like it though because you're
Hmm.
transitioning but like you can do it both, like
Yeah,
everything. But like the one
that's
thing
what
I'm
I'm
angry,
saying. Like
there's one thing that I don't know where it went, but you had this amazing animation which reminded me of gorillas, and it was this small little like electric car that you were moving and you cartooned it so well. And I
oh,
don't know what
bless your
happened to
heart,
it.
my bro.
I'm really annoyed,
Bless
and I
your
bet a
heart,
lot of people.
bro. Bless your hearts. That was not my animation. I tagged the guys.
Uh,
I can show you who they are. They are a really impossible. I'm not gonna lie.
serious?
That was so well done.
I
That's
thought that was you.
I
I
can't.
was like, I was like,
You are
wow.
bigging me up way more than I need to be. That
Oh,
I cannot do that just yet. But they are.
just
I'll send you a link afterwards. They do like it's like they're not. I think it's just like a little project they made.
it
They
was
made a few
amazing.
sketches here
It
and
gave
there.
us that vibe.
It was
That
really sick, and I thought it just came with the vibe of the song. That's
yeah.
why, like, yeah. But I was thinking, yeah, people, a lot of people thought that.
I was
I was thinking,
waiting
nah,
for
send me the
you.
wrong message. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna animate everything by myself from now on. Like, I can't
Yeah,
rely on other people's thing because, like, it's a thing where
it
I don't
makes
want people to think, oh, you animate, so you did that. I think, oh, jeez, no,
no.
I
You
didn't.
made like you easily made that later on in the future, or even something
Yeah,
better.
of
It's just
course. I think,
time.
yeah, of course. They're really sick studio though, but yeah, I feel like with the douchebag Jeff situation,
Yeah.
it's a thing where with the mask on and the glasses, it's a thing where it's still me, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure you are different with your mom than you are with your friends,
Oh, 100.
but it's still you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah. I
still
get
a
you. Yeah.
reflection of you. So when I'm in the blue boy type of thing and I'm more serious, it's just a more like I wear my heart on my sleeve type of thing. You dig what I'm saying? But douchebag is more like I'm gonna make a song about grabbing someone's bum with consent, and just dance and having a good time. You know what I mean?
Nah, I love
Yeah,
it.
just
All your
good.
songs, nah, that's the thing. I got hooked on all of them. So if anyone's
Hey,
interested,
bless man.
go.
I forgot. EP coming out January the 2nd, so a month after the release of
Oh,
that.
so you got one release coming December 2nd, and then you
Yeah,
have
and
EP
then
dropping January 2nd. Okay,
yes
okay.
sir,
Okay,
yes sir,
we'll
yes
keep
sir.
repping that and keep promoting that. That's fine. But yeah, thank you guys
Yeah,
for
man.
listening. If you got to the end of this, I salute you. Thank you and peace out. Have a happy day, evening.
Thank
Keep
you.
smiling. Say that. Thank you.